Ooh, what up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Uh, can you cut that down? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Once again, another day, another day. Well, another weekend complete. Let me turn this damn music down. All right, another day, another weekend down, another weekend down. Jeez, why is everything so high? All right, so all right. Oh, how's everyone doing for this money? Jay Prince Stupid is gonna ruin this. No, I don't think it's gonna ruin it. We have control over it. That's even if he shows up. I don't think he will show up. Most of them won't. But I had to put him in it. I had to put him up there because I wanted, wanted to talk about what we had a conversation about early this weekend. It's a conversation that's been had plenty of times, and you know, it's always there. And I wanna make a conclusion to this, but it's never gonna be a conclusion to this. But even with the conversation with JP, I don't really want to cover that too much because that was a circular argument, really a bad circular argument, and it went around and went around and went around, and it never really came to a conclusion to realize it was just kind of dumb all the way around. But I mean, if he would decide to pop up, I got it ready for him. Uh, what's going to kind of not making a statement of any kind. Well, just asking because Tom had said. No, I was joking. Yeah, I was joking about that. It's white people allowed. I was just pulling a chain. Mayo was a CIA agent. That's why we like him. No, but today, April giveaway winner revealed tonight. Oh, okay. I did not know that. Thank you for the. Oh, you did tell me that. That's right. Let's get some of this cleaning out the way. We got polygraph here. What's going on? B Rad is here, of course. Thanks for being here, B Rizzle or B Rad. And I want to call you B Rizzle because there's a B Rizzle up here. Mayo Monkey's in the building. Long shot beats. What's going on? Do you still make beats, Long shot? I might need you to throw me a couple of beats together. Red Girl's here. Good evening. Artie's here. What's going on? And Locksmith Jeremy is in the building. What's going on, guys? What's going on? I really want to get into the stupidity of the pro black stance, the pro blickety black. Um, I was waiting on my brothers to get here, but they always late as usual. And we don't need those jokers. We don't need they mess up a stream anyway. You know, they on what is it? CPT time. Or CPT, colored people. CP, colored people time. Yo, hey man, hit the like button. It's free. We're trying to get in this algorithm. That'll make us where we can get other people into this stream. Hit the like, subscribe if you ain't subscribed. Most of my regulars here, criminally focused. How you doing? What's going on? LA sent me over. Well, thank you for coming over here and being a part of the port session where we come together and have real long goddamn conversations about what's going on in the world, how life is going in the USA, and some of the stupidest things that's going on here that we need to conversate. Most people are scared to conversate about. I will be learning how to switch over to Rumble eventually because I am on Rumble because there's a lot of stuff that I want to say that I can't say on YouTube, of course. But you know what? Let's go off and start it real early because I want to get a little things out of the way. Oh, I don't know. You want to see the clip of Uncle Tom Fatty Keys playing from this weekend? No, I don't. I didn't see it. She should tag me. I wanted to see it. I like clips of myself. I always get angry. That's probably what it is. I am very vain, so yeah. But I would like to see myself in a video. If you got the video or the clip, send it to me. I sure enough will watch it. You know, I ain't no listen. I'm all over these YouTube streets. They say something about me, I stand on it. It's okay if you call it stupid. It's all right. I call a lot of people stupid, so it don't matter. It don't affect me. I take that as flattery. Of course, this is not up. That's why I gotta turn that down and bring it up. Hey, can you cut the AC on, sweet pie? I don't know how to do that, but it was when you kept trying to say a word to JP and you couldn't say the word. Oh yeah, I was tired. I had drunk all weekend. I was drinking that day. Wasn't that your birthday day, babe? Yeah, it was. It was her birthday. So it was Saturday. Yeah, it was her birthday night. And I was literally taking shots after shots after shots. So, I was tired. I don't care. It's all right. Let's see. All right, we're back in it. We're back in it. We don't want that one. Let's start with this legislation, right? So I'm going to start with some legislation that I think was atrocious. All right. So since my brothers ain't here, we can go back and forth. Let's get into this because I want to start off with some political stuff always. If I get there, um, let me know if y'all can hear this.
It is better to have a young person in a shelter
All right.
with some adult supervision than having them out living on the streets.
Governor Inslee voicing support for a new bill intended to protect trans youth. Senate Bill 5599 passed the Senate, House, and is on its way to the governor's desk. The law would allow shelters to not contact a young person's parents if that young person is after, quote, protected healthcare services. That includes gender-affirming treatment.
That is what this bill is intended to do, to ensure that these youth have access to safe housing.
Legislation that has been widely criticized by the right, including the chairman of the Washington State Republican Party. He fears the bill is overreaching.
The law already outlaws abuse, and you could call CPS, and we certainly want to protect children. But we think this bill goes too far in taking loving parents away from important, significant decisions that teens are making.
The bill is intended to lower the barrier of entry to shelters for trans youth. Critics argue it leaves parents in the dark.
That is in the bill, that if a teen runs away and a loving parent is trying to find where their teen is at, the state will not tell them. And as a parent, that's terrifying.
The governor says he's still awaiting a full briefing on the legislation, but in the meantime, is voicing support.
If a young person is totally estranged from their parents, has no meaningful relationship, we need someone to care for that child. And the way the legislation is set up is essentially the Department of Children, Youth, and Families will step into that position to care for that child. So you have somebody looking out for their benefit.
Sebastian Robertson, King 5 News.
All right. So that was the first video that I had for you guys. Let me bring it back over here. So my problem with that bill is, of course, it's pretty stupid. Oh, hold on. I got a lot of echo on my freaking mic. 1 second. Anytime you don't get oh my god, I can't have that alone. Shut up. Anytime you can't have a child's parents involved in it, that's literally kidnapping. Anytime you want to step on a parent's toes, that's kidnapping. And that's what they're doing. And you know what? I'm glad I don't live in that state. Because that is the abomination of a state. Not only that, taking a parent's rights away makes you want to do bad things to people. And I only see that as going bad very quickly. What do you think, LA?
Yeah, that's a fact. I don't feel bad for these parents that still live in them states, to be honest with you.
I agree.
You keep going, you keep voting for these people, and yet they keep moving the goalposts more and more to the left. And now you want to complain about it, but the sad part about it is you still gonna vote for the same people. So It is what it is. I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't have no kids, but stop voting for these people. Simple as that. It's not hard. But they can't stand Republicans because of whatever. And I agree with them in some points, but at least Republicans not doing this.
Like I said, the people that are voting, the people that are avidly voting, not voting, but doing this, taking away parents' rights and over sexualizing children is literally what do they call it, Luciferian left? Like Jesus Christ, Black Thoughts. How are you doing? They call you the enforcer now. You went from pepper stepper to enforcer. All right, I see you moving
He
up.
can't wait to come up here. Any other time, he ain't never here on time, boy. You start talking about the left, he here bright and early, ain't he? Usually he don't show up till 10 o'clock.
What's going on, brother? How was your work?
I'm doing all right. How you guys? Work was all right. You know, another day, fun in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Starting to get hot out there. I know soon coming one of these days, by the time it hit 10:30, motherfucker gonna be delusional as hell.
Oh yeah, for sure. Listen. I'm so glad it's been raining down here, but other than that, I don't care about the heat too much because I wear a hoodie every day. So in the summer or not in the summer, I'm wearing a hoodie. I'm weird like that. But what do you think about this bill, good sir?
Oh, it's nonsense, and they are asking for chaos.
Mm.
And I think it's done on purpose. I think they want the chaos. I think they're pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing until we exercise the Second Amendment, and then they could try and coerce the military to step in. I think it's all done on purpose.
I mean, I said that a while ago. I literally think Washington, California, and New York, and all these places are the testing grounds for all their new bills and all their new ideology changes and shifts that want to shift the culture to something that it never was and never has been. And these are the testing grounds.
Well, Portland, you see, I don't think people understand how long a lot of that stuff's been going on in Portland before it became mainstream.
Yeah, oh yeah, I agree. I understand that.
There was a lot of testing going on there while we were sleeping.
It started with the border patrol, border agent facilities. That's where they started it all. They used to protest that shit before anything else. Anything else, that was the first thing that they were protesting was the border patrol. Even though Portland, Oregon is way up there, they're fighting a battle.
Yeah,
that doesn't need to be fought there for
it
something.
Doesn't need to be fought.
Yeah, but yeah, it's to me, it's long been a testing grounds for it, but we see in the outcomes of it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, look at Portland.
Would you want to live there?
Sure. Listen, man. I've been, it's funny because LA said it this morning, and I was just thinking to myself, man, I might be moving that ass to Florida, like, because this place here, like, it's nice, the growth and everything, but everybody coming from New York and Pennsylvania and Connecticut and Virginia and all these places, California. And they're bringing the same ideologies that destroyed that place. They're bringing it here. And I'm watching the shops going up. They just opened a new bar in my town, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, this is 100% liberal bar, and I'm just like, ugh, it's getting to a point where I'm like, I don't know if I want to be here. Like, I like the state; it's a really nice state, but I don't want the politics. I left New York because of the politics that they're starting to bring here.
There's a point. And that's what I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't get it. Why these politicians, I don't understand why these people keep voting for this shit. I don't get it. I don't understand it. For the life of me, well, you know what? They're NPCs, right? I'm gonna leave it like that. Just stupid people. Things you.
So there's two segments. So there's two things here, right? You have people that don't really You have people that's not going to experience the suffering voting for it.
Yeah.
Then you have people that are suffering voting for it. The people that are suffering, even though I've been suffering for 40 years under this, maybe just this time it'll be better. Now, to me, that's insanity, but that's what's going on.
You gotta look at it like this: these motherfuckers been crying. They want everything to stay the same. They're crying about crime in certain areas. Now, when all these stores start moving out of a Starbucks, and then that dang Walmarts and Targets, and what is the other one? Jesus Christ! Oh, there's another one that just.
Did you see the video today? The people protest. This is how stupid people are, dog. Make this make sense. Make this make sense to anybody. So they mad because Walmart is leaving the hood and Chicago, right? So they mad because they're leaving. And guess what their idea is to stop it from leaving? Then they make this make sense.
Tear it up.
No. They're gonna protest and they're gonna ban people from going to Walmart. They leave it anyway.
Yeah.
Only you niggas following these daggone all these crackers telling y'all to follow this dumbass rule. That we gonna ban people from going to Walmart. They leaving, you dumb fucks. Got that one white man with a bullhorn. He leading all y'all idiots astray. Because white ice is colder.
White ice always been colder, bro.
And here's the thing, right? I'm sitting here and I'm seeing what those degenerate kids did in Chicago over the weekend, and I'm like, you telling me a bunch of kids from less fortunate neighborhoods just all decided to band together and do this? There had to be something bigger that brought them there. Couldn't have just been some kid smoking a blunt with another kid saying, you know what, we're gonna get all our friends and go tear down downtown Chicago. Right? Like,
it doesn't make
much
sense.
for niggas.
I mean,
It don't take much for niggas these days.
No, but like, you got to be reasonable as well. Like, it just wasn't a kid and his friend smoking a blunt and like, yeah, I'm gonna get hundreds of people for us to go tear down downtown Chicago. Like, there has to be more to it. There had to be posters of something. There had to be something. Like, it's not just that random.
Yeah. What it is? It's just
okay. Mail said it's organized on social media. Okay, so again, who organized it on social media? Just a random teen smoking a blunt? Nobody's gonna listen to that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Like, nobody's gonna listen to that. Like, if I get on social media right now and sitting there smoking a blunt, talk about let's go march downtown and tear it up, nobody's gonna listen to me.
No, because you don't have no power, sir. You know that.
That's what I'm saying. So who organized it? Somebody had to organize it greater than a teen smoking a blunt or a couple teens smoking a blunt. Like, I know they want people to believe, and most people would believe that it's just a teen smoking a blunt. Yeah. But like, it just doesn't work that way. Especially when you understand the psychology of the people you're talking about.
That's a fact. You know what?
I mean, when you're dealing with the power of niggerdom, it's a very powerful thing. I mean, come on now. The power of niggerdom is beyond anything we ever could imagine.
Yeah,
they can't but they can't harness the power for good. That's the problem.
Is you sleeping, nigga?
I stream 3 times a day, sir. So yes, I'm rather.
You didn't get a goddamn break. You didn't go to sleep.
No, sir. Unlike you Negroes, I actually do content for a living.
Don't play much because you want to do that content.
I ain't up here wrangling jigaboos and walking around NASA with my phone recording shit I ain't supposed to be recording.
Hmm. Okay. Uh,
So, yeah, I don't know, man.
no.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm about
There's
tired
just
of
a lot
Roman
of
Martin.
there's a lot of questions that are unanswered, and there's a lot of questions that people aren't willing to ask. And it's easy. It's easy because it's easy just to say it's this and point out just a simple bad guy and go on about your life. And I understand you got people that their families, they just want to work, go home, so it's easy. That's the bad guy. You move on, and that's the end of it. I get it.
All right. We got the porch session. Congratulations, No Chaser. Our April member giveaway. Member Cole. Care of Kai's Custom Designs. Message Kai for details. We appreciate you, good sir.
Woohoo! No chaser.
My shit's not set up, but yeah, woo.
Do you want the link up for Wrestling Mayo?
Sure, you set up.
Hold
on. So, my thing was I wanted to get into this whole Chicago thing, right? Chicago thing is abomination.
Yo, why you put people name in the title? You trying to start trouble?
Yeah, I did. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, I figured that. I'm just asking.
I told you. See, I went against what I said I was gonna do.
I was gonna call you a hypocrite, but
yeah, I already know. I said it when I put it. That's like I said I wasn't gonna do, put no one's name in the post, but I wanted him to come over and have this conversation that we had before. But
Stores in Chicago will be closing their doors for good. Ahead of that, people will be out protesting today. The faith community of St. Sabina says it's going to be joined by local lawmakers and other church representatives at the Walmart.
So they closed 4 Walmarts. That's crazy in Chicago due to thefts. That tells you how much money they were losing. They said they haven't.
Walmart Supercenter on South Stewart Street. Walmart says the closures are due to those stores costing the company millions in losses.
The stores closing are in Chatham, Kenwood, Lakeview, and Little Village, and one of those just had a major theft as well. 6 TVs were taken right out of the store in Chatham. CPD says a woman got out of a red brick Buick, I should say, SUV, went into the store and grabbed.
Hold on, did they just show a homeless guy?
Yeah, motherfuckers just taking what they want. Motherfucker, I don't know if he was homeless. Motherfuckers just take what they want. Like, fuck it.
Nah, that was a homeless guy, bro. That they just sold his shopping cart and put it together.
The power of niggerdom is very strong in these folks.
For her right now.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I gotta tell you guys.
Oh my God, not this nigga. I can't do him today.
Stories, okay? Because these stories are a perfect example of you get what you vote for. Okay, when you vote for Looney Tune politicians, you get Looney Tune results. Okay, when you vote for agents of chaos, Democrat politicians, you get chaos. And businesses.
Walmart stores in Chicago will close their doors.
Disappointing news here for many who rely on the stores in those neighborhoods. NBC5 Sandra Torres joins us live now here with more on the closures and the impact to those who live nearby. Sandra.
Good morning, JC and Michelle. It happened with just days' notice. Walmart had just closed 3 suburban stores earlier this year. Now it's set to close 4 Chicago locations this coming Sunday. And they include the Walmart Supercenter in the Chatham neighborhood, the Kenwood neighborhood market on Cottage Grove Avenue, the Lakeview neighborhood market, and the Little Village neighborhood market on Cermak. Pharmacies at those locations.
So, you remember your boy E Black was on CT show the other day.
Yeah.
And I hate when people say this dumb shit, man, because it makes no sense. Because when something like this happens, you can't find them people. They say that protesting and rioting is a part of American culture. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yep. And I remember
until something like this happens, and then they get real quiet, right? You can't find them. Then you're like, well, this is where rioting gets you. The store is closing. And then they won't have a comeback line. They just disappear. Whatever happened to Tamika Mallory and all these other mother lovers who say, tear the stuff down, burn it down. Now they all out somewhere in the white neighborhoods with the Walmart, with the good Walmart, with the lower prices. And now these Negroes who follow them idiots, now they got to find somewhere else to go. Like, people gonna stop being sheep one day.
And this is how I say they manufacturing food deserts and actual pharmacies and all that. This is how you manufacture this.
They manufacturing it. The people ask for this. The black people ask for this.
This okay.
They ain't got to manufacture it. They made them want this. They made these Negroes want this crap.
And that's what I'm saying. If you the way you manufacture is you ease the laws on little things like theft, right? Well, it used to be what, $500 you can go to jail. You'll get a significant grand larceny. Anything over 500 was grand larceny. Now they just bumped it up to 1,000. Some places don't even have a limit, and then you're like, yo, but this store keeps losing money, keeps losing millions and millions and millions because there's no law to stop it from happening, right? And then when you don't stop it from happening, over time, motherfucker, eventually the damn store wants to make money. Eventually.
One day, you will hope,
One
right?
day it's gonna want to make money. And then when it's not making money and this shit happens, you cry racism. Y'all gonna let him, or I'll let him up. It don't matter. There you go. What up, Red? What up, Red?
What's going on?
Let's keep it going with this stupidity.
It will remain open to serve patients for up to 30 days, but many customers and employees are disappointed.
Shitload of trouble after 31.
Selfish by the corporate giant.
This is our closest Walmart in our area. This is the only big shopping center that we have, and for a lot of elderly people, they rely on this Walmart. A lot of single mothers like me, we rely on this Walmart.
Stop stealing.
And Walmart officials say the decision to close the stores was based on performance. In a statement, they said in part, the simplest explanation is that collectively, our Chicago stores have not been profitable since we opened the first one nearly 17 years ago.
God damn!
Opportunity to
can you pause it real quick?
Walmart
17 fucking.
How much you want to bet Tamika Mallory will now be out there since you summoned her, talking about this is white supremacy? This is white supremacy. How much you want to bet?
Can't be. Most of the people that are actually shoplifting happen to be Negroes out there.
Oh, Negro.
Have you not been looking around and listening?
Not the Negroes doing that. It's white supremacy.
You know it's white supremacy. Come on now.
Well, I mean, first of all, there's a lot of things. Those stores are already set up for failure. They're already set up. Tom, you already said yourself. It used to be 500. Now it's $1,000. Then on top of that, even if you grab these people, right, they know how to break it up. They know how to break it up so that it's so many little things over time that every time they get picked up by the cops, it's just to let them go because they didn't do anything big. When they're stealing, they're not stealing like close to $1,000 walking out the store. They're not. It's 500 here, 700 here. Like, they actually come in with a list of knowing what their price mark are, so they know they can get away with stuff.
Huh? I didn't know that.
You would have to build a case over time. Someone like who looked at risk, you literally have to find this person, be able to quote unquote detain them, because a lot of big box stores can't detain anymore.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Me and the wife had a friend that he used to be security guard at Walmart, got fired for apprehending chasing the dude down, didn't even catch him.
Yeah, I was in a committee when we were doing a meeting, and we were literally having a debate over what was considered quote unquote detention.
Mm-hmm.
And it came down to be so extreme that it said if a person is walking and you said, if you didn't perform customer service, which is basically just asking if they need any help, if you did anything to impede their traffic, so if you say, hey, what's up, and they stop and they're holding on to a TV, whatever, and they stop to look at you, you technically detain them.
Get the fuck out of here. You serious?
Yeah.
And I mean, they deserve all the loss they get. You know, when you fucking
the excuse in the beginning. The excuse in the beginning was, don't worry about it. It's for the safety of the coworkers not to approach because you don't know who you're gonna get. And I absolutely understand that. And then it became the whole well, let's not try to worry about it because we're insured. So a lot of the people who shoplift know the laws better than you do. For instance, a lot of people don't think, I don't know if it's like in Chicago, but the things that we studied here in New York was they changed it to the fact where if you make a purchase for something, right, and you receive a receipt, you have the right to refuse to show a receipt because the receipt is actually your property once they give it to you. So say if you had one of these stores that they had security guards at the door, and they say, "Can I see your receipt?" You say, "Nope, fuck you," walk out the door. Now, what if they were somebody who picked up a whole bunch of stuff, put it in the car, and started walking out toward the door, and they had a receipt in their hand? That doesn't mean they purchased anything because they're not allowed. They can refuse to actually show you the receipt. I could walk out with a damn refrigerator at some of these places and just say, "Hey, sir, are you all right? Do you have your receipt?" "Yep, I got my receipt." "Oh, can I see it?" "Absolutely not."
That's not like here in Florida.
And you can walk out. So
not here in Florida. These motherfuckers get locked the fuck up.
Well, the way and that depends on what company you go to. So like this is how like Sam's Club and BJ's are automatically off the rip already protected, because literally within their policies it says that they have the right to see your stuff because you cannot make a purchase without first being a member.
Yeah.
But a lot of these other places that they do family discounts, stuff like that, they don't have those same policies in place.
Interesting.
So people can walk out the door.
When Walmart and Aldi's is leaving your neighborhood,
it's bad.
It's over. It's like Aldi's is leaving. It's over.
Aldi's make money. Aldi makes money, but not as much as they lose. Because before, at least, if you were losing, say, a grand a week in theft, it's one thing. But they're losing it like $1 million in a month. It's crazy.
But the thing about that to me is like when Aldi's is the cheapest store out there.
Won't matter.
When them and Walmart are leaving.
Yeah. Because they lose so much. And think about it. These companies are not losing all their money to theft. They're not.
No.
Theft is a small part, but it adds up. You have to think about all the stuff that gets lost in logistics, what gets damaged in travel, all that stuff. That all adds up. What they have to get rid of, because like you have perishables.
Hold though. It's not the ideology they want. This is when you can say it's not woke, but it is. Because you got the DAs that won't prosecute. You got the cops that, take thousands of years to get there and do their job because
you watch your nigger mouth.
It's not gonna happen. Huh?
You watch your black mouth, sir. We don't take 1,000. We take 10,000. You gonna say it? You say it right.
Yeah. No, sometimes they don't even show the hell up. I've seen that where it take them 30 minutes to come to a shoplifting scene.
I will say that the best thing that they did for someone like me when it first started is because I used to have to be one of those people. I used to work loss prevention and such. So the moment they took away the hands-on policy, it made my job stronger, and that's how I moved into risk. Because I can say I didn't have to touch anybody anymore. You didn't know who you were going to deal with. Now that you're here, though, it's kind of hard to safeguard stuff when a lot of places are like hands-on. They don't want to put stuff like a Best Buy. They don't want to lock them behind cages because it doesn't look good. It doesn't promote good customer service. So you a lot of people just put shit in their car and walk out the door.
Well, let's continue on.
Or Sam's Club locations as well.
Oh, we have healthcare deserts. We have food deserts.
Yes, sir.
And we wonder why.
Yes, sir.
Our communities look like they look.
No, sir.
Violence every single day.
No, sir.
It is just not on us. It is on the corporate citizens that come into our community and ravage our community. And
Wait a
Walmart,
minute.
you should be absolutely ashamed of yourself. You are the reason.
Stand before God, bitch.
Lack the investment that they have. We should not have to go out of our communities to find jobs. We should not have to go out of our communities to get medicine. We should not go out of our communities to be able to shop. We should be able to do all of this in our community.
Look at God. Look at
We
God.
deserve.
Look at God. Look
Wait
at
a
God.
minute.
Don't worry. When Aldi's leaves, the Saudis will come in and open bodegas.
That's racist.
They're already there.
Look at
And
God.
they'll expand.
It is a multitude of bullshit in these cities. I'm glad I don't live in one.
Look at God.
But you hear this? This is the type of ideology that is fucking
Terrible.
stupid.
Yeah.
And listen to the degenerate single mother in the back. Yes.
Yes,
Look
Lord.
at God. Look
We
at
agree.
God.
Got
Help
that
you
one
out.
white man standing there looking lost.
I told you, white ice is colder. They follow him everywhere we go.
That's that Catholic priest.
That's
that woke Catholic priest in Chicago. He's famous.
Oh, look at all these.
That's Mayo. I'm telling you, that's Mayo right there, destroying the black community again.
Not me. That is
Look,
not
destroying
me.
the black community again.
Brewski, how you doing, big sir?
Mayo destroying the black community again. He don't play.
Yep.
Mayo got all types of masks.
That white guy standing there like, look. He looking at the paper.
Did you hit that bullet point?
That's the paperwork of how much of the check they was gonna give him. He made sure it was right for him to be standing.
Yeah. Black Thoughts. He said, "This is another zero on this motherfucker. They only gonna get 5 minutes worth of words for this shit."
That's what he looking at.
5 minutes.
But this is the point, is what I'm talking about. That's why I put it in the description. This shit is stupid. This is the blackity black wokety woke motherfucking ideology. We gonna blame the corporations for letting the motherfucker steal and then leaving.
We're Roland Martin with the dashiki at back there. I don't see him nowhere.
You know what? I guarantee he done did a show about this shit. Guarantee.
Oh yeah.
My daddy always told me you can never trust a nigga in a dashiki. It's just something about him. You know they about to do something. That dashiki shit came from you New York Negroes. I hate to tell y'all this. Because nobody was thinking about them until y'all start selling them every damn where in the 80s. That was some bullshit.
Here's the fucking mayor. Here's the new incoming mayor, right? Here's this piece of shit.
There was rioting and organized looting last night, and you're calling to defund the police. Explain that.
Yeah, what we're seeing is obviously an outbreak of incredible frustration and anguish that communities that have been isolated through poverty over generations.
Isolated through poverty over generations in Chicago.
How long ago was this? This had to be a couple years ago, right?
No.
This was recently?
Yes, this is an interview about this event.
Yes.
See, this is the funny part about politicians. They lie so much. Remember when he was in a debate? I don't know if y'all do remember. Mayo probably know because Mayo. And they asked him about defunding the police, and he said, "I never said that."
Oh yeah.
These motherfuckers can't help but lie. They can't help but lie, can they, Mayo? They just gotta lie. So tell the truth.
But this is what they fucking vote for.
And this guy is actually worse on law enforcement than.
Nigga, did you know he was a teacher?
Yeah, I blame it on the cops.
No, he was in charge of Chicago schools. He was the CEO.
He was also a teacher, though, right?
Yeah, originally.
This motherfucker said, "I didn't even get my students' grades. I mean, I didn't even make them homework." What?
So hold on. So this is the guy. Oh, let's bring this full circle. So this is the guy that mal-educated those children that are out there, right?
They the ones sharing the Facebook post you was talking about earlier. That's them damn kids here. They was all in his class.
This is the dumb nigga shit I be talking about. This is the blackity black ideology.
Sir, is there any more room in the white race? Because I can't take you niggas no more. Is there any more room? Mayo, is there any more room in the white race, sir? I can't do it. I can't do it anymore.
You're more than welcome in my neighborhood, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. But I will call the police on any white person that step on my property. Let that be known, because I don't trust you crackers just like I don't trust these niggas. Everybody will get shot.
That'll wear off over time, sir. one or two community barbecues, and you won't be putting spice on your food anymore. Sir.
Barbecue, he gonna go bland, huh?
I'm gonna throw all my salt and pepper away.
Yep. Neighbor, and since he's a single man, his neighbors will bring him meals on all holidays.
You ain't lying about that, man. I had some lesbians living over top of me, man. When during the riots, I ate pretty good, man. Oh, I was eating pretty good, man. Too bad it was
like my
fat
wife
and
to bring your water, bring your snacks and shit. That's my wife.
Yeah, I'm good. Listen, that's all I need.
Yo, let me tell you, right? Yo,
Look at Double Brewski.
Yo, they leave on a construction site like the houses that I remodel. They leave water and snacks in the house for us, like smack dab right on a construction site. Like it's definitely true. They'll leave a case of water and a bowl of snacks right there on a construction site.
People who actually care.
Yeah, well, you got to understand, if you got people that are working on something that's supposed to be yours, you want them to take care of it like it's yours. And even though it is yours, they want to take care of it like it's the person that's doing the work. You don't want a motherfucker to come up there and be a slouch ass motherfucker.
Yeah, you know, bitch. Let me get some water in my iced tea.
And what we have is sort of a typical, very standard, quite frankly, a very tired response to the regularly scheduled pandemic, which is structural racism. And that response has been to increase police presence that has not led to anything of substance to secure communities and to make communities whole.
Where your ass at, nigga, man? Come.
They don't never show up. They do gaslighting, as my word of Black Super 5 said. They start gaslighting.
Sir, how come police have failed to fix these communities, sir?
When it's running from top down, blackity black, what you expect?
No, I'm asking the policeman, sir.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah.
Why? Repeat the question. I didn't hear you.
Why have you failed to improve these communities, sir?
Well, sir, it's
apparently one of your functions to help erase structural racism.
Well, when you have the Black Power structure that goes to the zebra neighborhood, and then when you go to the zebra neighborhood, you go to Walmart and buy groceries, and when you go to groceries, you get some Cinnabons, and when you go to Cinnabons, you get WD-40, and after you get some WD-40, you just make a bunch of shit up because that's all these niggas ever say because nothing ever makes sense. They just use a bunch of words and put them together and everybody clap like Roland Martin and a fucking dashiki. Tired of this shit.
That might really funny.
It's just stupid. Like, yo, instead of telling people not to steal, they tell Walmart don't leave the neighborhood. Like, that's like you going to work for 17 years and never bringing home a paycheck. How does that make sense?
You can't tell people not to steal because they'll do exactly the opposite. You can't tell them not to steal. It's like, wait, I can steal?
And that's not stealing, that's reparations. They're owed this.
Oh, shit.
Stop it, white people. We don't want your input.
You know what's crazy? The people who do a lot of that shoplifting, it's like really only it's literally like less than 15%. It's the same people that's just revolving back and forth.
Yeah.
It's the same people.
And they're, I mean, if you search for like laundry detergent and diapers on Facebook Marketplace,
they popping.
You'll see why they lock that shit up in the stores now.
For way more they'll sell it for.
And I mean, when I bought mine from them, I said, you know what, y'all got to lower these. I digress. I mute my mic.
I can't stand you, nigga. You stupid.
And so the fact of the matter is, because we're spending nearly $5 million a day just on policing, while families continue to experience homelessness.
Is he chasing after? What the fuck was he doing?
Hold on. You can't take a certain level of $5 a day.
Yo, as he says that, there's a guy chasing the car down, and I'm thinking, no wonder he's spending $5 million a day.
Look at what's trunk's open right there. The trunk's
A guy wearing $300 shoes.
Look, hold on. Let me see if I can make this.
Yeah. Like,
I am so tired.
We're spending $5 million a day on policing, as you got a guy chasing after an open trunk car.
Look at this shit. Here we go.
Just on policing, while families continue to experience homelessness, unemployment, lack of access to healthcare, transportation. You can't take a certain level of urgency.
Now they stealing out of Pandora. What they buying some bracelets? They stealing bracelets.
To provide relief for families that have been devastated through structural racism for generations.
Mr. Mayor, this is Vlad. Let me just ask you then, it sounds great on paper, but how do you pay for it? Chicago, as you know, is headed towards a major deficit in 2024. You say you're not going to raise taxes, but you have talked about perhaps other ways of raising money, including property taxes.
Selling crack.
Well, so I'm not going to raise property taxes. That's been the lazy form of government for a very long time in the city of Chicago, and quite frankly, around the country. You know, the words that President Biden indicated in his union address, he said that a teacher and a firefighter should not pay the same tax rate as a millionaire and a billionaire.
So, Mr. Mayor-elect, you're not going to raise property taxes, but you will have to raise taxes?
Well, what we're going to have to do is to find the revenue from individuals who have the means to actually contribute to a safer city. Look, the bottom line is this. We have large corporations, 70% of large corporations.
They're going to leave.
In the state of Illinois, did not pay a corporate tax. 70% of large corporations in the state of Illinois did not pay a corporate tax. And it's that type of restraint on our budget that has caused the type of disinvestment that has led to poverty.
Yo, pause it real quick, Tom.
Thank you.
So you remember a couple years ago, Mel, I bet you remember this because you white. Them niggas don't remember none of this. Remember the businesses was leaving California and Newsom said he was going to charge them a tax for leaving?
Oh,
He
yeah.
was like, he was going. Whatever happened today?
I think the California Supreme Court kicked it down.
Because it was just stupid. So how can this, if he do all this, how can he stop businesses from leaving? Like they say things like they don't understand business.
They don't.
Like they just talk. Like you can't stop businesses. You can't stop these businesses from leaving. So now instead of having nobody working, it's going to look like Detroit.
What's up, Supernova?
You read the Bob Super Chat?
No. Bob with the $5 Super Chat says, real talk, what has to happen before things turn around? Like, how bad does it have to get?
Bob,
It's going to collapse Detroit style to change.
yeah, Bob, I don't think
That's
it
the
will,
only way
man.
you're going to get the demographic change.
Bob,
Demographic change didn't happen in Detroit.
Bob, put it like this: they kicked out Lori Lightfoot and they brought him in. You can't like. What kind of sense did that make? You just brought her little brother in there, the one that's
Lori
worse.
Lightfoot 2.0 in.
Yeah, like you, it's not going to change.
And Detroit isn't really turning around.
That's what I said. Detroit is just gone.
Yeah.
Thanks for the money, Bob.
I mean, it's just these cities are just going to continue to collapse.
Yeah,
well.
Oh well, stay the fuck there, motherfucker. Make sure
That's
you
why I'm moving to
stay
Florida.
in
I'm
them
moving right now.
motherfucking places.
I'm moving right in that RV in your front yard.
It's okay. You can. No one listening right now besides some Beatles or something.
That's all right. I ain't got no kids. Just tell Kyle bring my water out to
Mr.
me.
Mayor-elect, congratulations again on your victory.
That's all I need.
Coffee though was
Look at this shit.
pushing like to eliminate sort of the standardization of our public schools.
Is this nigga autistic?
Frustrated. I didn't offer any test
Yes.
prep. Many of my other colleagues were doing it.
He didn't offer any test prep.
Don't he look like one of them cousins that always want to come over and borrow something?
Why do you need test prep if you're not giving them grades?
Rez,
Like I said, this is your leader.
don't he look like one of them cousins from New York that always want to come over and borrow something? Like you just got to come over and borrow
Look at
something.
his shirt right there. It's all real.
They want to borrow New York. They want to borrow sugar. They got to borrow $5 for a cab. They ain't got no money for weed, so they need to borrow $5. And then if they got the weed, they got to buy the blunt. You got to buy the blunt wrapper for them, right? It's always need something.
Ask you for $1 for cigarettes.
Yeah, one of them. Let me get $1.25. You got a quarter. I got $1. I just need a quarter for. It don't make no damn sense.
Yeah, man.
Fake ass
shit.
Malcolm X.
At the time, I was pushing our administration to move away from that. To be quite frank with you, I didn't issue a lot of homework for students. That was my own way of sort of rebelling against the structure.
How do you say that?
And you wonder why
How do you
these
openly
motherfucking
say that?
kids can't goddamn read.
How do you openly publicly say that?
I'm the Uncle Tom
Because
that
he's
says fuck these niggas, man. I'm
He's
the Uncle
comfortable.
Tom that says fuck these niggas.
No, he's comfortable being a Marxist.
Yo,
That's
I'm
crazy.
Any parent should hear that and just go, "What the fuck? What?"
Yo,
But
I
it's
am
more than man because this shit is old.
Yeah, this is the CEO of Chicago schools before his election to mayor.
That's crazy.
Yo, I am
crazy.
About 4 sentences away from spazzing the fuck out.
I'm waiting for it. Listen, man, y'all can't let Bob send money on you cheap fucks and nobody else. And y'all getting this good comedy. We about to get demonetized for this shit. We about to start doing 30-minute streams. Fuck everybody life up.
There you
They
go.
won't vote out the Dems.
Never.
About all super says what I'm asking is it will be financial collapse, crime overrun, people leaving. What will get people to vote out the Dems? Not a goddamn thing.
Can I answer that, please?
Go ahead, sir.
Can I answer that, please?
Sure.
Bob, sir.
Sir.
The only thing that's going to get them to vote the Democrats out is every last one of them, not the Democrats, but the people voting for them, dying and never having the ability to vote again. That's the only way.
Sounds about right. I don't know if y'all got anything different.
I just say it has to be financial ruin.
No.
Crime overrunning
These people,
the damn thing. People leaving is just gonna bring that shit to somewhere else.
Resla, these people are in poverty.
They are
already.
They are.
These people? What do you mean these people?
They're going to have to bring the feds in, just like they did in Flint, Michigan, to fix their water problem.
But the feds are already fucking there.
But the feds are part of the problem, Mayo.
Yes.
The feds are part of the problem here.
But these people actually think Democrats can fix shit.
Like, these people are already in poverty. How much more?
These niggas, man.
What
Stay
level
where you
of
at.
poverty do you want them? Do you think they can go through outside of starvation and death to get them to change? There's not many more levels.
But they're comfortable in their poverty.
That's the
problem. That's a fact.
That's the problem. See, that's why I say they should not intermingle with the rest of the good blacks, nigga. Fuck them niggas, man.
They don't think they're in squalor. They're just gonna blame it on somebody else. You need to let them really start fighting for themselves.
Man, y'all crazy.
As long as they can still pull on government resources and hit the freaking nearest food pantry or whatever. When the food pantries are done and everything else is done, and they got to start fighting to break into each other's houses, and then just becomes everything worse in the world. Just hold them off. Because again, people can't. They're not gonna be able to move. Now, the people who can actually afford to do something and afford to better themselves can move out. Those poor ass people can't move.
Let me say Resla. I agree with you and I disagree with you. Here's why. I agree there are certain people there that cannot move out because of financial reasons. There are certain people there that will not move out because of
mental. I agree.
And they have the means to do it. But they won't. See, let me tell you one thing I learned, right? A lot of people are a lot of people from these neighborhoods, they spend so much time in these neighborhoods that outside of these neighborhoods make them very uncomfortable. They don't know how to interact around the diversity that they claim they want.
Don't forget equity, motherfucker.
Well, a lot of them also assume that every place is just like the place they live because they've never traveled or experienced anything outside.
No, I'm going to disagree with that because
most of the niggas that went on a vacation or two.
Because I hear it. A lot of people in them cities, people in those major cities, they think outside of those major cities is Africa. That's what they think. They think outside of those major cities, they're going to be living in Africa.
Look at this shit. Supernova. What she put? Just driving through Chicago, even in the not so bad neighborhoods, is so depressing. Everyone looks depressed and just complacent. I don't like being there at all, regardless of the crime. Hey, that's a white girl. You should stay away from them goddamn cities, girl. I'm telling you, stay away from them motherfuckers.
Like, that's the thing. They think everywhere outside of Chicago, there's a play to drop. They think everywhere outside of Chicago. You ready, Uncle Tom?
This nigga's so slow.
You
gotta be protecting me. What the fuck are you doing? This is not the drop, sir. The fuck is wrong with this dude?
Every can of grape soda and bag of flaming hot Cheetos.
This is how niggas like you think.
And that's
There
how
we
you
go.
motherfuckers vote.
Why
That's
do we
what
have?
they think is outside of
Hold on, let me
the
clear
major
that.
cities they live in.
I cleared it, so I can't mistake it no more.
Why the fuck do we have this thing staring at us right now?
Oh, because we got there's more. She is still actively the mayor there. Motherfuckers didn't know. They're blaming the fucking new guy, but she's still actively the fucking mayor. Let's hear her response.
Specific statement. After a morning event at the Chicago Public Library, outgoing Mayor Lori Lightfoot was asked about the Saturday night chaos downtown that led to 2 people
Give
shot.
me my belt. I'll
15
whip all them
arrested,
little kids. Give me my belt.
disrupted, and the CTA suspending service into the loop.
Look at
Lightfoot
this.
says
Look at
there's
this.
lots of
Look.
opportunity to redirect
Look.
young people to safe spaces, but scoffed
And I'm
at
supposed to
one
believe this
reporter
is 2 kids
describing
and a
what
blunt
happened as
organized
quote,
this.
mayhem.
And here's the thing, the mass majority of the young people that came downtown because it was a great weather and an opportunity to enjoy the city.
That's a lie. That's a fucking lie. That's a lie.
Oh,
why do people keep lying? Why do they try to cover up things to make things look better than what they really is? Like, damn, John the Baptist. Thank you, bro. So instead of you saying, you know what, the parents need to get a hold of these kids, most of these kids came downtown just to have a good time.
John the Baptist, thank you for the $10 Super Bowl. Uncle Tom, Mo looking for you. No, she is not. Listen, stop it.
Whatever happened? Whatever happened to giving these kids Ritalin in school?
I don't know, man.
They need to.
No, they need an ass beating. They don't need Ritalin.
No.
They're already taking Adderall on their own.
Listen, you can't tell me none of those parents know where their fucking kids are. You can't tell me that. Everyone cannot be missing a child that's out there being a damn degenerate.
But what you gonna do? Go to the south side of Chicago and tell their parents you gonna fool around and get shot going there talking to them parents?
Well, I ain't gonna get shot because I wouldn't talk. I already told you what I say. Fuck them kids. Fuck them niggas. I can't be in that type of predicament.
Smitty, hi, and we're staying on topic.
Put a late night curfew on public transportation.
That shit ain't gonna work.
Hold up, I can't hear y'all. Hold on.
That shit ain't gonna work.
All right.
Mayo, that shit ain't gonna work. I'm gonna tell you right
It's
now.
something to try, man. I mean,
Mayo, you know what you gotta do to keep these little Negro kids from acting a fool up and downtown? What you do is you fill it up with a bunch of books. Books is like kryptonite to little niggas. You fill the whole town up with just put books all on the street downtown. I guarantee you, right? You won't have 3 of them little Negroes walking around that damn neighborhood. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Put some books down. It's like kryptonite to Superman. Put books all around there. Not playing.
All right.
That's all you gotta do.
Are you done?
No, man, because I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired of the goddamn black community, man.
Listen to your girl.
There are a few that came with different intentions, and
Only
they
a few.
have and they will be dealt with.
There was 72,000 kids down there. How many is few?
I'm wrong to say there's mayhem.
It's wrong to say it's mayhem.
They still in condoms. You know, nobody using condoms in Chicago because all the little niggas there. Nobody using condoms.
All right,
I
guys,
didn't-
I really hate to be doing this video once again for like the 4th time in 2 or 3 days, but I have to because this
I
is
didn't even know
happening
this
all
happened.
in the mainstream liberal media would much rather spend time talking about Clarence Thomas and his rich friends than to actually talk about real issues in this country.
Into looting at a nearby gas station.
Yeah, a crowd of about 100 people smashed their way into an Arco. This is near Alondra Boulevard in South Central Avenue.
wasn't even a
KTLA's
teenager.
Carlos Salcedo live in downtown LA, and he has the very latest on what happened. Carlos.
Good afternoon. That's right.
Carlos
Complete
Salcedo.
lawlessness in
You
Compton.
know they stopped us from using gas.
Dozens of people.
Say what?
They stopped us using gas and pepper spray. Like they stopped the cops from doing it. So there's really no way of controlling these type of things, man. It's stupid, man.
You can't use gas or pepper spray.
Nope.
Oh.
They got sued. We got sued, and
Yeah,
they
I
won.
remember. A lot
We
of-
got
a lot
sued
of
and
cities
settled.
got sued. A lot of cities
Listen, they blocked I-95 in Philly. Literally blocked it, and the state troopers gassed them, right, and put pepper spray on them. They sued the city They sued the city, and the city settled for like I might play the video tomorrow. And tell me how that makes sense. You stop traffic, and you sue the city. Like I would like for one of these people to just fight the city to
But
fight
you know
these cases.
You know what allowed them to sue though is because they weren't arrested.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a
Because
fact.
if they would have been convicted of a crime, they wouldn't have been able to sue.
That's our local CIA agent right there, giving us the facts and law. Let's continue with this Sotito.
Break into a gas station, then start looting the place, and cameras were in fact rolling.
That's a grown ass man. It's funny how they blame teenagers when there's grown ass motherfuckers.
Hey, can y'all kind of just let me know what we're looking at real quick?
Yeah, eyeballs work. We're looking at motherfuckers loot in Chicago.
Oh, the protest.
If you say so. Does that look like a
Oh, that's
protest?
California, Uncle Tom.
Is it? Oh, shit. Oh, yeah.
Hey, give me a stick. Hey, give me a stick. Give me a one. Look, they get cigarettes and shit. These niggas is get the six.
Now you wonder why when that girl was pregnant, I was smoking cigarettes around her.
On Alondra and Central in Compton after someone smashes through the glass door. Then it's just a
Now you
free
wonder.
fall. This happened around 2:30 in the morning. You see some looters with their faces covered, others not even bothering concealing.
They trying to steal Percocets. They don't know they don't even keep them there.
Everything from booze to condoms, what some would call the essentials. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department says thousands of dollars worth of merchandise was taken. Then, of course, there's the damage left behind. Deputies say the mob was part of a crowd of people who gathered for a street takeover.
What happened now? Did the cops kill somebody again?
Far too common in Los Angeles. This was one of at least 3.
Yeah, but what happened? Why is all this happening now?
2 others happened.
Because they were doing a street takeover in Compton. That's all.
Yeah, but I'm saying, so what happened for? Like, I'm so confused. Did something happen for this, or just niggas say, you know what? Let's just do something.
Yeah, that's pretty much
This
it.
is just weekend partying in LA. This is what they do.
Honestly, I don't see cops doing anything anymore. Not after last time when we had a big outbreak and literally we had cops that were barred inside their own police station.
During the riots, they were throwing bricks at us, right? And I mean, bricks and bottles, and we were getting fucked up out there. They brought cops down to internal affairs because they said we use curse words when we were arresting people. They were giving cops days for that, dog. You can't make it up, can you?
On Long Beach and Rosecrans, vehicles churn and screech through intersections, spinning dangerously close to cheering crowds. Investigators say shots were fired about a block away from where the looting took place, but nobody was injured. Of course, investigators are now trying to identify the suspect seen in those videos posted on social media. They are asking for the public's help. Anyone with any information is encouraged to contact the Compton substation.
Yeah, so I want you guys to.
That shit is insane. This is the same audio. Look at this. This is a great race baiter right here.
The wonderful diversity of our nation and the world.
Congresswoman, you're talking about reforming police, but as you know, a lot of people on the left, including CBC member Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, are talking about defunding police department, disbanding police departments. What do you make of those calls?
So, you know what I think is really needed? And I think that part of the movement around defunding is really about how we spend resources in our country. And I think far more resources need to be spent in communities to address a number of problems. Now, I don't believe that you should disband police departments, but I do think that in cities, in states, we need to look at how we are spending the resources.
How much more money does need to go into these places that niggas are just gonna fuck up?
No, those pro scams have already failed time and time again.
This is insane. How these motherfuckers can fix their lips. The motherfuckers say we need to spend more money in the hood that they ain't never stopped spending money in. Get the fuck out of here.
The only thing that has ever proven to work was the 94 crime bill.
Wow.
Am I wrong?
Not even think of it like that.
Am I wrong?
Ooh-wee.
You ain't got to use that goddamn white tone, sir. You keep the goddamn white cracker tone to yourself, sir.
Oh wow!
But no, sir, you're 100% right, sir. You gotta lock them niggas up. But I'm just letting you know, if they ever say I said that, I'll deny it.
Check this out, right? Let's go down this path. He mentioned the 94 crime bill, and I've been thinking about this. First of all, nobody stopped to look around and say, this is normal and this is just going to pass and everything's going to be all right. Nobody stopped to think, is there a lot more to this? Second of all, look at who this is happening under. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. What are those two
What's up, George?
most famous for? Oh,
Crime
I know. Locking up niggers. Nobody finds this suspicious.
There's a white boogeyman under every can of grape soda and bag of flaming hot Cheetos. This is how niggas like you think.
What are they most famous for? And yet, magically, all this crime is just allowed to happen. It's okay. Reparations, kumbaya, and daishikis, and then prison. You dumb fucks. You think, you see, check it out. All these dumb motherfuckers that think they walking on a robbery crime, a stabbing crime, of this and that. Guess what? Instead of 5 years, you get 35 years because you got 6 charges. Dumb motherfuckers don't know what's coming to them.
Not the dumb motherfuckers argument. Not the dumb motherfuckers argument. Hey, but I agree. Bob with the $2 super chat says one crime bill was, what the fuck is that? Listen. The crime bill was at something and it worked. Okay, cool. I agree. Oh.
The slot machine.
Oh. That's the slot machine?
Slot machine.
Hey, it is what it is.
I got caught up in that crime bill.
Shit happens, don't it?
Yeah.
You should have walked away.
Oh my God.
You hate shit.
Wish I could have.
No, well, I'm gonna tell you like this. Did you learn your lesson?
Man, hey, look, I was talking about it earlier, bro. I came home June 29th, 2018. I ain't seen silver bracelets since, man.
I heard that.
That's
you
the
know,
point.
seriously. I got my record expunged, you know, like seriously, you know, everything. I wasn't in this position some years back, bro. So yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, as far as like the crime bill, as far as like I was away for like some years over some marijuana basically, and they was real tough on that, and they smacked my head for that. I had 11 pounds, but that's not the point.
This nigga, you didn't tell that part.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
You said 11
That's why I did
pounds?
7.5 years. He gave me 1 year for each pound. I had 11.5. I got 11.5 years.
Jesus.
And you know, I did about 7.5 of that. You know, got some good time, worked in the kitchen, shit like that. You know, stayed out of trouble.
But Smitty, now it's legal. Ain't that about a bitch?
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Like to think I went to jail for that shit. You know, that's what I'm saying, bro. Exactly.
I don't agree with that, man.
Hold on. Here's the problem.
That's what I'm saying. I got caught up in that personally. Yeah, real talk.
But here's the problem with what you're saying, right? You knew that shit was illegal when you did it.
No. Ain't no. I have full accountability.
Yeah. No. I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Put it out there that you chose road life because I used to be a transporter myself.
Yeah.
Let me start writing down names.
Yeah. I took that risk. I took that risk.
You know what you do before you do it, and that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I was gonna say.
Yeah. Respect.
Crazy. This shit crazy.
I tell on everybody. Let
Man.
them come to me. I get everybody locked the hell up on this.
I don't doubt you, LA.
I told y'all before on the
Invest more
stream.
in our
If I go down, we all go down.
Go ahead though. Play the video, Tom.
I can't do it with these niggas, man. I'm sorry. I just can't. This is the one I think where he got mad and started cussing. This is the one I think. Hold on, let me see.
Yes, sir.
Our communities look like they look.
Speak
That
the
we
truth.
have violence every single day.
Speak the truth.
Yeah.
It is just not on us.
Uh-huh.
It is on the corporate citizens that come into our community and ravage our community. And Walmart, you should be absolutely ashamed of yourselves. You are the reason
Damn before God.
lack the investment that they have. We should not have to go out of our communities to find jobs.
How dare y'all? How dare y'all make us steal? How dare y'all make us steal?
Damn.
I wonder if they got any.
Cool. He put his neck on that man's neck and said we weren't gonna do shit.
Oh yeah,
He did that.
that's fine and all, but you know we lost our Walmart. But you know we lost our Walmart, right? Huh?
Is it ours?
Yes, because it's in our community. Guess what we're gonna go for our Christmas?
So we're not smart enough to build
This-
our own Walmart.
this is who's raising male children.
Let alone to build our own shit.
Because they'll
What?
let us, right?
Did they flood the Walmart?
Yes,
Yeah, they
yes,
pulled
they
up-
did.
Yeah, so this bitch, I mean, the only smart one in the whole fucking video said, "This is our Walmart."
Yep.
And the other dumb black bitch, like, we're not smart enough to build our own Walmart. Bitch,
No, sir.
No, bitch, we're not. I saw this. Ridiculous.
Yo, when I watched it earlier, I was like, wow. Please rewind it. I want everyone to see what's raising the degenerates in Chicago. This is why I said it before and I'll say it again.
This one?
Single mothers are a stain on society.
Yep.
This is insane.
Yep, and that's a neighborhood Walmart.
Yep.
That's what he started. That's what he started.
Cool.
He put his neck on that man's neck and said we weren't gonna do shit.
Oh yeah.
He did that.
No, we didn't do that. You
Hey, can you pause real quick, Uncle Tom? Can I just and you know something too that's like sad. Oh, salute blacks. What's up?
What's going on?
Respect. Then I'm looking at them on the news crying when they taking all the Walmarts out the neighborhood. Like they are real deal losing their shits over Walmarts being removed from the neighborhood. But it's like, come on now, like, bruh, like, I mean, are you serious? So, and the thing is, that's how you know folks are very, very small-minded in their thinking, because it's like you don't even have the mind capacity to think to yourself, what if I was that business owner? Like if I owned this business and this was happening to my business that I own, would I want to keep it here?
They don't think about owning a business.
You know what I mean? So I digress. My mic is muted.
He put that foot on that man's neck and said we weren't gonna give nothing.
Listen.
Now we gotta go 30 miles for a Walmart. We showed them.
Exactly, bro. Like, and then you crying on the news because y'all gotta exactly.
Here's the problem, right? Like I said,
Messing it up for your grandma that can't travel that far.
I hear
I
you.
seen it happen.
I hear you, but unless these motherfuckers learn how to take ownership of their neighborhood that they constantly live in or currently live in, and take ownership and being a citizen of the United States of America, this is the shit that they produce.
But Uncle Tom, why is it that every time we're done wrong by others, we then do ourselves and our community even worse? Like we just fuck ourselves over harder. Why do we do that?
But Smitty,
you want to think of it as someone doing something wrong to them. These niggas are just degenerate.
Thank you.
That's all. That's it. That's all.
How did George Floyd hurt you? Where did the cop that put his knee on
What
George
do you mean?
Floyd's
He
neck,
didn't.
how
That
did he
don't
hurt
have.
you?
They were doing this shit well beforehand.
That didn't hurt me.
Exactly. That's what I'm
It
saying.
didn't hurt these women
I mean, you know, I'm sorry a life was taken, of course, but
See, that's
nope.
the argument
sleep like
that
a
I had
baby. I
yesterday
sleep like
with
a
that
baby.
Nigerian man talking about critical race theory, talking about systematic racism, all that nonsense. that I had to take to task yesterday. This is exactly what he advocates for. He advocates for bastards like this who destroy. You ask him to make sure that they take responsibility for their decisions, for their degenerates. And then his response, his retort to what I say is always, well, whose fault is it? Who started it? How did they end up in those communities, etc.? And it's a circular logic for them. It's always circular logic. There's always someone's fault except their own. And there is always a problem for every solution. This is all that they do. And it will never end because politicians, especially the new class of politicians, are always progressive and don't want to hold anybody responsible for their actions. Throw that nigga in jail.
Hey, Blacks, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
The guy that's advocating all of this.
Say again?
The guy that you were debating last night.
Yeah.
You know, of course you're not in the man's wallet, but what was your sense of his economical situation?
Oh, he's rich. Let me tell you. He's a Nigerian who came over here when he was 14 years old. He's booty hurt right now because he couldn't get a PPP loan to keep his businesses afloat. He owned 8 hair salons. He owned 1 Sweetwater cafe. He was upset because and he calls him Uncle Trump because under Trump's regime he wasn't able to get the money he thought he deserved to keep his businesses afloat, and he attributed it to racism. He was all for Uncle Joe to come in because Uncle Joe reordered the PPP loan and said, okay, for the first amount of like 20 months, we're only going to allow minorities to get PPP loans. We're only going to you remember when he came up with that law? Not law, but that executive order? Yep. And yeah, that worked well, didn't it? Right? Exactly. But then he blamed another white dude from Dallas who sued and said that it was racist, which it was racist. You know, the point that I'm making is that this is a rich dude who worked his way to being rich, okay? But he has a problem with every sector, especially the business sector, because he feels that he's not receiving adequate handouts like everybody else.
Black,
he has an excuse.
Solution. I told you to invite his ass up.
I'm gonna call him, man. I told him that I have a platform that we have conversations like we were having last night all the time, and I would love for Black Thoughts to get in his ass, boy.
He's not. Listen, here's the thing. He's not gonna come up.
He's not gonna come up. He's not.
Those people will try to debate you one-on-one, but they're never going to have a debate
conversation. No, they'll never have an open debate with you.
No.
Oh, look.
No.
Let me hold on. Give me a second.
Lost our Walmart, right? Huh? Is it ours? Yes, because it's in our community. Guess what we're gonna go?
Are we not smart enough to take out a loan and build our own shit?
Nigga, how much of a loan you need to open a Walmart, motherfucker? This ain't $2.
They can't build bodegas and they want to talk about building a Walmart.
Hold on. Are we not smart enough to take out a loan and build our own stuff?
These niggas can't even get a damn car loan for under 27%. How the fuck must they think a Walmart costs to build? What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah, she's dumb as fuck. And she obviously doesn't know monetary value. That's a stupid fucking woman.
These motherfuckers got a 72-month car note on a fucking 95 Honda for $500 a month. They think it's a good fucking deal.
You gotta understand something. You gotta understand. These are the same people that real deal be on social media calling themselves business owners, and all they do is make bead bracelets and shea butter in the basement. Okay, so that's exactly who that is. That's the level of entrepreneur businessship that they know. So don't be surprised.
The leader of her community. She is the spokesperson for all the degenerates within her circle.
Yep.
All right, let's continue with this shit.
I would love to see that happen.
Notice what the lady said at the end. I would love to see that happen.
I saw this part. When they jumping on the police car, right? Yeah, I saw that.
All they gotta do
Stupid stuff.
Peaceful protest.
hit the gas, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this shit. Ain't no way.
Somebody's Tesla.
That's wild.
Oh, have you guys heard about this?
You say posit?
Yeah, that car ended up catching on fire.
On fire, yeah.
And they're blaming it on the car.
Oh, well, you know, that's it's obviously Tesla's fault and not Lori Lightweight's fault, and definitely not Brian Johnson's fault for the statement he made. Let's not blame. Let's not demonize.
He's not in an office yet. He's just
let's not demonize these niggers. I mean, I'm sorry, these children, these teens. You know, it's totally unacceptable. But let's not demonize them. They didn't know what they were doing. Forgive them, for they know not what they do.
Well, Black, the car was systemically oppressing them.
That's right.
And by it catching on fire, it was trying to harm these innocent people.
Yes, because had it been built, had Tesla had the foresight to have it built, had built a gigafactory on the south side of Chicago to give them jobs, and then had black people come and build it, it never would have happened.
Never would have happened.
Jesus Christ. Continue. I just want to focus in. Do y'all see a white person in sight? Just take.
Oh, not one.
There was one at the beginning.
Oh, there was? I don't think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, the invisible man.
No. There was one at the beginning.
Okay, but my point is, in a sea of Negroids, that one is negligible. That's exactly what that bastard said the other day when I was on CT's channel, when he tried to be facetious and tried to say that there was white people in the crowd, and then
it's one white shark in a crowd of goldfish, huh?
Yeah, one white shark in a school. Is it a school? In a school of freaking of orcas.
Yeah.
You know, orcas fuck shit up too. You know that, right? They're the niggers of the sea. They do.
All right, here we go.
Take a look. Windows and trying to get into Millennium Park. And Friday night, another large group brawled at the 31st Street beach, setting a car on fire.
I know exactly where that is, guys.
Your elect are weighing in on the teen takeovers, calling them unacceptable. This was the scene at Michigan and Washington.
I know where that is.
He's making 15 arrests during a massive disturbance in the area.
Look at these defanged, declawed police officers.
Others jumped on cars, smashing windows.
And they hit my husband in the face.
Packed in their cars, they waited for a light to change.
The guys are jumping in my car. My husband go to the hospital.
What did they do?
So
to the state of your country, lady.
Why? Listen, man, that's mean.
They definitely fucked up. So
she didn't do shit. She was waiting on the light to change. She should have ran them motherfuckers over. That's what she should have done.
She should have stayed in her country.
Oh my God.
Hey, Go ahead, just play it.
And on Friday night, a 14-year-old boy was shot near the 31st Street beach after fighting.
She could be white, right?
In a statement, incoming mayor.
Maybe she's white. Maybe that big fat redhead bitch is white.
No place in our city. However, it is not constructive to demonize youth who've otherwise been starved of opportunities in their own communities.
Oh, my
Lori
Jesus.
Lightfoot says her office has been having conversations with Chicago police about monitoring and responding to the gatherings, saying we as a city cannot and will not allow any of our public spaces to become a platform for criminal conduct. CPD has assured me they will make the necessary adjustments to address these teen trend issues as we move into the summer months.
How, motherfucker? Stop it, bitch. Got me cussing.
Third Ward Alder.
All right, I stopped it.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like, yo, oh my God. So how are they going to make adjustments to stop it? Tell me how.
And why are you making that face?
Fucking you dumb bitch.
Oh, let me turn this down.
Yo, bro, can you mute your mic, please?
This nigga always doing that. Jesus Christ. You could tell
Is
he
he
from
frozen
Chicago.
now?
Hey, fuck you too. All right.
I always could tell he from Chicago. Always a Chicago Negro.
I love how they call them the underserved communities.
You don't think you won't agree with them being underserved?
There's millions spent in those communities.
Yeah, but people stealing the money. That's one of the problems.
Yeah, well, that
But
was
there's still a computer center. There's still a recreation center. There's still
Yeah, but that's pennies according to what's supposedly coming down the federal pipeline.
Yeah, Mayor, this problem is. Go ahead, man.
yeah, but who's running the program?
No, you're right.
White
We
liberals.
not. Yeah. You got some Negroes in there too, sir.
They always got a black face
Let
on
me
them.
tell you something. White
Those
liberals
programs
is
always
running
got
the
a black
program.
face.
The black person there is the face to make the Negroes be okay with being robbed. That's all it is. That's being run by white liberals. Ain't no black person touching a dime before 10 white liberals touching their money.
That's a fact. I'll agree with you.
You're
on
not
that.
going to pretend like there's anything else going on.
And the mayor's got the control of the most of the money. She doles out which program gets what.
Well, we're gonna see the mayor. He's gonna change everything around, right? The new one, I'm saying, the new one.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna change everything around. But you know what we haven't heard? We haven't heard about the fucking
And what's the governor's job?
There's a governor of Chicago.
It's not the city of Chicago.
Yeah, this is gonna be funny. What happened to
The
that
governor
rule
of a state? Hold on. The governor of the state doesn't run the city of Chicago?
No.
Oh no.
The day-to-day of Chicago belongs to the mayor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the day to I agreed.
And this is the day-to-day of Chicago.
Agreed. But ultimately,
the mayor, the governor has
the governor tells the mayor, you dole out to here.
No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. No, it is not, sir. No, it is not, sir.
Now he may not get into the little small minutia of things, but there are certain organizations that's voting him in that has to get paid.
Is he going to be any better than Lightfoot?
It's not in the governor's wheelhouse to control the day-to-day budgetary activities.
I already debunked what you said.
No, you didn't, sir.
Sir, I just said to you, yes, he does not get involved in the day-to-day, but he will tell the mayor to donate or give to the organizations that voted him in.
You gotta agree with that.
That's not like tampering.
No,
that's not.
no.
I thought you couldn't do
I
that.
never said he was involved
on an official level. You cannot do that.
Yeah, I thought that was tampering, bruh. I thought that stuff was illegal.
Which one's official? Which ones ain't doing that? Tell me which one. There's so much campaign violations going on that doesn't
brave
get
argument.
underneath the water. That's
No,
crazy.
No, Uncle Tom, we all know that. I'm just saying. I thought what Black Thoughts. I could have sworn what he described. I thought that was illegal.
It is.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, who cares? I mean, if they do it or not, I get okay. That's all. I don't give a shit.
Hey, John the Baptist said we need LeBron James to come fix the community. Yeah, okay. He can't even fix his own school.
LeBron James.
He can't even fix his own school that he paid for. Supposedly
Who that nigga up on that nag? Who that nigga up on that nag?
Yo, that shit crazy. Oh my goodness. Look, let's continue because it doesn't really matter who's getting the money. We all know it's about allocation. If the allocation is not there, no one's getting the money besides the people that's in the damn food chain. We know that.
That's a fact.
I don't even know why we're arguing that point.
Government Pat Dowell tweeting, no other community abdicates parental responsibility for their children. None. Until parents collectively take back control of their homes, nothing will change.
She must be a
Sentiments
Republican.
echoed by a woman we met in the middle of the mayhem last night.
I'm a part of what I see. I'm from Chicago, and I understand kids having a good time, but this is simply bad parenting. We have to do better as parents. Our kids should not be out here. Where are their parents at? That's my question.
Chicago police say most of the people arrested last night around Millennium Park have now been charged with reckless conduct.
Guys,
What's
I am
that, a
sick
misdemeanor?
and fucking tired.
This
I
nigga
am
start
sick
cussing.
and fucking tired. Excuse my language, but this is how I feel right now.
Whoa, I never heard him cuss before.
Of people making excuses for fucking criminals. I'm
He didn't
tired.
even bleep it out.
I'm sick and tired of it because every time you look, these damn politicians, aka Democrats, are making excuses for criminals, people committing acts of violence, destroying cities. They have no remorse whatsoever for the victims, for the people that got beat up, for the people that got their cars destroyed, that got their businesses vandalized. No remorse whatsoever for those people. But this guy, Brandon Johnson, the mayor-elect, this silly individual is going to come out here and make a statement talking about, but let's not demonize the youth. They're getting the opportunities robbed from them. They don't have enough to do. This is why they're rioting.
Oh man, I like this one.
And it's
boy.
like, bro, why the fuck do you think?
Woo! That's what I like.
Because of
This
the
one
shit
I
they're
like.
doing. That's why they ain't got no opportunities. When you go and you quite literally loot a Walmart out of existence, that's why you don't have any opportunity. When you are stealing to the point where small businesses say, hey, we got to get up and leave. We can't turn a profit because you guys steal from us so much. Yeah, that's where the opportunity is going. That's why the opportunity is leaving. Crime. Crime is why they don't have any opportunity. Again, these people make me sick. They make me sick. I can't stand them.
Say nigga, say nigga, say nigga.
Because all they care about is criminals. Law-abiding citizens like me and you are second-class citizens to criminals. Second-class citizens. We don't matter. Our lives don't matter. Our businesses don't matter. The only people that matter are the criminals. When are people gonna say enough is enough? Enough is enough with putting these damn criminals on a pedestal. We've wasted years worshiping them. Ever since George Floyd, we've done nothing but worship criminals. And look at the result. Look at what happened in San Francisco. Look what's happening in Portland. Look what's happening in Chicago. Look what's happening in New York, Atlanta. All these cities are turning into shit because we have politicians that worship criminals like they're gods. They can't.
But they won't let them do that shit in DC.
In a sane society, in the same world.
DC's as bad as the rest of them.
Too close to the White House. No, they're not.
No, dude. No, DC is as bad as the rest of them, man.
Because they're committing adult activities. Say
it again. Never said Mayo.
Oh, I said DC's as bad as the rest of them.
I'm like, DC ain't doing well.
I don't see not that shit. Not that right there, sir. No, sir. No, sir. That's not. I mean, listen, I'm not saying nothing goes down. It's never like moments. Of course. Nah. That Capitol, what I'm saying is crazy how they will selectively allow certain places to get away with these things. There are certain places.
DC City Council just lowered the punishment for carjacking.
No. They let them no, listen, I know that it's not good on this side when it comes to that because you got a lot of people that they let out for a lot of different listen, they are shutting down a lot of places for like mental health facilities and for people that's like, committing crimes because of homelessness and lack of jobs. They still have programs, but it's real tight, but they're really then letting people out. So it's like you allowing people to just stay in a cycle is what I'm trying to get out. They're allowing folks to stay in a cycle instead of investing money into something that can really help people get out of these situations.
No. Fuck them niggas. See, that's what's wrong with you motherfuckers. Y'all always want to sugarcoat these shit for these niggas, these dirtbags, these fuck niggas, right?
Who that nigga up on that nag?
Literally want to be motherfucking homeless. You have an option of being homeless or not.
That's true because I was for a moment. I'm not now, and I chose to get myself the fuck up out that situation, and I did that.
I fucking hate when motherfuckers. Oh, We need to invest more money into these degenerate ass motherfuckers. Dog, everyone's down on their luck. I get it. But god damn it, stop lowering all the fucking what? Okay, if you're talking about putting help in the community, why the fuck are you lowering the age of motherfucking criminal conduct?
Who that nigga up on that
Hold on,
name?
hold on. What do you mean lowering the age of? Oh, do you mean like the younger they can go to prison, or what do you mean by? I'm sorry, I didn't. What do you mean?
Well, not lowering the age, all right. I may have misspoke. Not lowering the age.
Yeah, because I was.
Lowering the fucking the fines or the fucking
Like the consequences. It's like basically, yeah. It's like no, and DC has court on Saturday, so you can actually, even if you get locked up on Friday, it's no more even saying you got to stay there for the weekend. No, bro, they're gonna get you up out of there by Saturday.
All right. Georgia Swan with the $5 super chat says, let me get it up here. Whenever my computer stopped running slow. There's a high prevalence of fatal alcohol syndrome in the Sun community. Look up the associated behaviors and compare it to this chaos.
Nah. It's that trank bullshit.
Fetal
It's
alcohol
that
syndrome. That's
Flocka
babies,
trank
though.
stuff.
No. This is what babies, right? That's what fetal.
Yeah,
alcohol.
it's
Yeah, it's babies.
fetal alcohol syndrome.
Yeah, that's
Oh, alcohol
but there's a-
syndrome. I'm sorry.
But there's a larger population of that in the white community.
Yeah, but yeah, listen, I don't give a fuck who it is, right? Everyone wants to put a color on it. I know the stream of this is conservative blacks versus pro blacks, including why we don't have no pro black up here. I don't know why they don't want to come up here. It's ridiculous. I'm leaving room for you degenerates to come up here and motherfucking have this fucking argument.
We got Black Thoughts up here. He a pro black.
But well, I don't think because a lot of folks in these spaces really want to have the dialogue. It's like, nah, if I'm not coming up there feeling like I got enough firepower to really have an argument and not civil discord, that's what it is. Niggas don't want to have civil discord with nobody. Folks don't, as maybe a pro-black and a such as whatever it is, manosphere, whatever it is, Democrat, Republican, folks don't want to have civil discord. That's why they won't pull up.
All right. Here's the thing. All right, now, yes, bring back being the children. That's for sure. It should never left. We're gonna get into the real argument that I wanted that was had this weekend, which is I was like, oh, this would make me think of this. I'm sick of this motherfucker. Oh, here's our pro-black reckless Ray. Come on up if you feel if you feel froggy. All right, so Aaron O had this question, which was Morgan Freeman says African American and Black History Month are insulting terms. Do you agree? That was the question. That was a question. But he had other questions before that. But let's hear what he had to say. I just want to give you a little background for it.
I think for the most part, Americans get along. I don't think they live in harmony, but I think they get along. I think most people can live their day-to-day life without much issues. I think we're hyper focused on the minority of, like I tell you, the people that actually populate the prisons are a very, very small percentage of the American population. It's very, very tiny, right? The large majority of people are working class people that just stand out of the way of other people, just doing their job, going from point A to point B and not bothering anybody. I think that the mixing of groups and cultures is complicated because I think America is extremely segregated. I think we only intermingle at work, in school, typically. Those are the spaces in which most people will say, hey, I got my friend that's from India. They met him at work or school, but we don't grow up and we don't live in the same environments. I think a true change would have to happen is that we would have to make specific zonings for families, for people, right? Which is hard because people could always move. But I think you would have to put people in areas like, and it's going to sound crazy, but a Hispanic family.
I'm about to say it sounds crazy.
It's going to sound crazy. A Hispanic family, a Black family, an Indian family, and white family, and just keep doing it. That house there. That we would have to have people grow up around each other. And then that would start to put a damper on the confusing things that exist because most of the time it's people that just don't know each other.
So you believe that if we were to put everybody into like concentration camps, It would get rid of all the things that are holding us back.
Well, I wouldn't. I understand why you use that word particularly, but I wouldn't necessarily look at it like that. I just look at let's just say people that are in, even people that live in lower income housing, government housing, they're still segregated. They shouldn't be. That at the lowest level should be forced. That should be forced. You should force everybody that need that.
So I have a crux argument right here. They already do that on military base. They already do that. That's why I say when I grew up, totally different than everyone the way everyone else grew up, where they just were segregated with a whole bunch of jigaboos, or they was with a whole bunch of crackers, honkies, whatever you want to call them, engines, number nines, all them motherfuckers. Y'all, they're all separated. But when I lived on the military base, it wasn't like that. Wasn't even close to that. So my lifestyle growing up, that's why I said y'all can say Oklahoma ain't shit, which it is. It ain't. But we didn't have the problems that y'all have. Like I grew up around white folks. I grew up around Mexicans. I grew up around Indians. I grew up around a whole bunch of different people that were actually in our neighborhood. It wasn't just predominantly one race.
Me as well. Me as well. Yeah, I had the same experience.
I grew up around people that didn't look like me. So
yeah. So this argument and this whole that's why I say I don't like cities because it's nothing. I don't want to be in a not a segregated. I don't want to be. Yeah, it's pretty much. I don't want to be in a segregated fucking lifestyle as far as racial profile or racial segregated along the race line.
Well,
that's crazy to me.
Well, I mean, if I understand that, but I mean, these people go out of their way to not be around people that aren't like them.
That's what I'm saying.
They literally go and strive for it, and then want to be hateful to people who come in that don't look like them, which is basically the same attitude and actions that they don't like when it's done to them. But it's okay when they do it to other people.
I mean, I've seen it, but I mean, I didn't grow up with that. I actually grew up in a predominantly Spanish area, so I really didn't see much people like me unless I had to literally walk blocks away.
And that's New York, right?
Yeah.
What about
I mean,
you,
there's definitely segregated areas, but I grew up on the Spanish side. So.
Oh, New York.
Yeah.
Resla, don't sugarcoat it. New York is segregated outside of Manhattan and people moving around.
No, I said it was segregated, but I just grew up in the Spanish part of it. I said that.
That's correct.
I mean,
what I'm saying about big cities. It's literally segregated.
Well, I mean, New York, though, at least from what I've heard from my business partner that's from there, when he was growing up, he said that it wasn't just like black, white, and Mexican segregated. It was like you had Russian areas,
Yeah,
you had specifically Irish area. Like everything was very culturally like they were like, we're not white, we're wherever we came from because we know where we came from.
Yeah, every group is segregated in New York.
Yeah,
they have Chinatown.
Yep.
They have Little Italy.
Yeah.
They have all these places. New York is
Spanish Harlem.
New York. Here's the thing about New York. New York is what, number 2 or 3 on the list for segregation, schools and everything.
Yeah,
that's insane to me. I don't.
Well, I mean, I think that's interesting there because you can go get authentic culture. You just can't be in those spots after dark.
Hey, how come in New York, real quick, I got a question. How come in New York y'all schools don't be having names? Like out here we have like, MLK or John such and such.
Yes,
Y'all schools be like PS 119, PS
No, Smithy.
No?
You're absolutely wrong. We do have
No? They got school names?
Yes, we do.
Oh, I thought it was just public school. Somebody was telling me when I was coming up, they said, nah, it's just public school. It's like depending on like the borough or the section. But okay, if I was given wrong information, I stand corrected.
We have schools that are like named after presidents or black.
Oh, okay. All right, that's what's up, because I thought that was weird. All right, then.
All right, so let's continue on with this explanation.
It's on government assistance housing to live amongst multiracial groups.
I definitely agree with that, man.
And then I think that would be the biggest start. Now, I understand on the medium level and the higher level, people can move wherever they want, right? You can't make people be around other groups, right? But I think you'll notice that let's just say there's an Indian person that grew up around a bunch of black people, right? That Indian person is going to inherit that culture. And you're like, what? Why you talk like that? Oh, I grew up around black people my whole life. And then you'll realize it's not a racial thing. It's an environment plus culture thing. And if you put enough people in the same environment and culture, they tend to not actually dislike each other, turn on each other, things like that, and there's more of an understanding. Most people are afraid of people that they don't have relationships with. So when you see people like, man, I really don't like Asian people. Okay, you got Asian friends? Nah, really, I ain't never really talked to one before. I mean, and it's usually no relationship, no experience. So if we start to mend those issues, we see a lot of changes. Now, I do think younger people tend to be less racially divided. They're very into mixed racing. They're very into biracial dating and all that kind of stuff. They're not as standoffish or segregated as older groups of people are. So you're kind of seeing it, but we're still so segregated as a country. So
I see what you did there as far as intermingling what you were just saying into the topic. I was going to go into the topic, but I'm going to wait because I don't want to, mess up the flow of the show. I agree 100% though. I definitely think that if we were to put people into concentration camps, we would have more positive results as a collective, and we wouldn't focus so much more on, the silent majority. We would actually have a big amount of people doing specific things as a collective. So yeah.
Yeah, but so wait, when you said you want to talk about the topic, you think that Black History Month is a good thing or a bad thing?
Black History Month is terrible. It's conditioning us to think that we deserve something that someone else took from us, when in reality, if we looked inside of ourselves, we would see that we don't need someone to tell us what our time is. You know what I mean?
Do you think, but Black History Month, you think it's forced upon people?
Definitely.
Okay, so do you celebrate it?
No, not at all.
So it's not really forced.
No, it's they're pretty much trying to give us a time.
I think it's called more social engineering. They're socially engineering.
Agreed.
Yep.
For you to know that.
Yep.
February is Black History Month. It has nothing to do with being forced. It's social engineering. That's all.
Get the small collective of people that think that they deserve something. It's like giving a kid a lollipop, more or less. That's what I believe Black History Month.
He lost shit out of me.
Well, I don't personally care if it's a month or two. I think I look at it as you learn something in the curriculum that quarter, whatever, right? That year, that quarter. And then they say, hey, it's Black History Month. We probably should cover some history there. Whatever, I don't care. But I'm not for it or against it. I think it's irrelevant to me. I think some people really care
Can you
about
stop it real quick, please?
a lot. And so
sure.
I want to ask the panel a question.
Huh?
What history have you learned in America outside of this so-called Black History Month that does not include Black people?
I mean, me personally, when I was in school, like, we didn't talk about Black people in history, period, until Black History Month.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
But the question,
yeah,
but
pretty
the,
much. Yeah,
but the,
same thing with
okay,
kind of
I get that. But the question that I'm asking is what American history does not include Black people?
There isn't, but the social engineered way in which it is taught, at least in Kansas City, the way that it's been taught, at least when I was in school, they just didn't include Black people in it. Like, there was no like, hey, this is what happened, and Black people were there and helped. It was like,
because
y'all
we
were slaves, and then everything you invented, you died because you couldn't use. Like, congratulations, welcome to
That's
America.
but that's only because Black History Month was created.
I was just gonna say we've been socially engineered to separate it.
Yep.
Well,
it was just history when I learned it.
Okay, which
Black
is
History
fair.
Month didn't exist.
That's the thing. We've been socially engineered to separate it.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
So here's Practical Absolutes. Reason why I put him in there. And John the Baptist both take on this shit. It gets pretty good.
But what did we miss between them coming up in the last and their comment?
You Practical Absolutes comes up. You want to hear
He
that?
says, Homeboy says concentration camp like 18 more times.
Yes.
Oh, does
Yeah,
he?
that's just weird.
But
Why do he keep talking about that?
because he's
Because
disingenuous.
he's
No,
he's
no.
trying to
Try
get
to
some
be funny.
clout.
Yeah.
It's what happens when you're mixed and you go into black spaces. You just
I
gotta
would,
say
yo,
whatever the fuck you can.
yo, I was just gonna say, I don't even know what this half black, half Puerto Rican, or half whatever, or full whatever, why he's even running his jibs, but we'll let him go. And
Wait, shit.
that's the reason why he keeps saying concentration camps, because
Well,
when
like I
he
said,
said
he
it the
lost me
first-
with the lollipop example. I was just like, what? That didn't make no sense. But all right, we're gonna keep going. This is when
And I think that's where we struggle a lot
Practical
because we're
absolutes comes up
trying
right
to
here.
apply practicality to everything that exists. Some things are above our understanding.
let me put
Well-
this out here. Practical absolute actually destroyed a couple people, in my opinion, throughout the conversation, because he's the only one that made sense.
yes, practical absolutes does make sense when he talks.
So, but here we go.
Well, if we don't have our own specific understanding, how are we supposed to have any concept of our, path in our own life?
That's above
They
your
say in different,
understanding.
huh?
That's above your understanding.
Yeah. So, like for instance, like if I were to be
Yo, Aaron,
looking at a religion, whether it be Christianity or Islam, I'm going to be following a specific guideline, and if I don't have that material to grasp on as a man, whether it be the book of knowledge, whether it be, my own practical experience and being able to equate the two, how am I supposed to get any type of, how do I get my own viewpoint? You can't have your own viewpoint then. We're pretty much all robots.
Your viewpoint is constructed based upon your experiences and the information you received, how you were taught, who taught you. So most people are independent thinkers. They just may not be an independent thinker at this current time. So if I sit you somewhere, sit you in an environment by yourself, and as long as you can read, put a question there, maybe something that you've never studied before, I say, hey, tell me what you know about Mars, right? Now, that's a blanketed question. You might say, well, I don't know if Mars really even exists. Or you might say, I've seen Mars in pictures. I've seen it in red and this, that. You can think for yourself. You can build your own mindset. The problem is there are some things that you can't do. There are some things you cannot understand. And the question is, do we just accept that? And most of us don't.
You can't.
Like for instance, your people's history was taken from you. So what? Who cares? Right? But what you've been told is that if you don't know where you come from, then you can never move forward. Because if you don't know your history, how can you know your future? Right? Like
Right there. That's my favorite line right there.
Facts.
Y'all agree with that shit?
No.
Well, I mean, most of these
No.
YouTube niggas don't read books, so
No.
I don't know.
I used to say that dumb shit, but it was just a talking point. That's not true. You don't know your history. You don't know your future. That's just something people say.
Why is it just a talking point, LA? Why?
Hold on.
That's what I was about to say.
Let me give you a good explanation. Besides the talking point part, you also hear if you don't know your history, you're bound to repeat it.
Yep, I get that a lot.
Yeah, that's not. Once again, it's just a talking
Go ahead,
point.
there, LA.
It's not your history if you don't know history. Period. You are
Yeah.
doomed.
What if?
Facts.
So
I just
let
don't
me
know
ask-
why LA say it's only a talk. I mean, I'm just curious. I'm not even like challenging. I'm really just wondering why it's just a talking point.
So what if you don't know
So
Roman history? Will that not? Your future is going to be doomed because you don't know that history. Like every
We're actually
history
repeating
is.
it right now, bro. Like,
But
so
is
yeah,
that stop?
kind of.
But is that stopping it?
I mean, Smithy, how many
No,
people?
but most
how
people
many
don't know it
about
either.
history and
Thank
still
you.
repeat it?
But once again, but is that
What'd you say, Black
y'all
Thought?
saying that? But people ignore it. Once again, just
Yeah,
because you don't know it, you're not the one in charge. So even if you do know it, how is that helping you? How is that helping you personally?
It helps you navigate through the times. Like,
It
what are you
doesn't.
talking about?
So are we
Have you learned
navigating?
everything
Are
that
we
everything you've ever learned? You've bumped your head into every freaking wall to learn to where you got to get to where you are now.
reckless?
You're
Is that
telling
helping
me
you
you
right
learned
now?
all
You are the
100%.
main one that. But this is the kicker. You are the main one that goes along with the liberals, even though we tell you we've been through this before, and yet you justify everything they do. So how is that
What do I
helping
go?
you
What do I
right
go
now?
along with though? What do I go along with?
Trans
Explain yourself.
transgender rights, gay rights.
Yeah, you obviously don't fucking know me, bro. You might want to check yourself.
No.
Number one, you can. Oh, I know you because every time we discuss it, you have an excuse for what they do. So what the fuck are you
No, I
talking
don't.
about, sir?
Who do you think
Are
you're
you kidding
talking
me
to?
right
You've
now? Do you
never
want to
talked to me
rewind the
before.
tapes? You never been on
Rewind
the
the tapes,
show?
please.
You never been on the show ever.
When did I co-sign?
You never been on this. You
Yes, I
never been
have.
on the show ever. Okay
Yeah,
then.
but I think you're misquoting me as someone else. That's all I'm saying is you're wrong, and you can
Okay,
say
well
that.
you ain't had to
That's fine.
cuss like that. All right.
Yeah, I
No,
think
no,
you might
yeah,
be
you
talking
do.
about
When
a
you start
different
trying to
person.
ascribe me
Like,
to some shit that I don't believe in,
all
yeah,
right,
you're gonna get the
reckless,
blowback on that.
Dude.
So the
reckless,
thing
reckless.
is,
Hold
black
on, hold
sheep
on, hold
that
on.
you're
Hold
thinking
on.
Oh, well,
I
let's be
think
for real.
that
All
Thank you.
niggas sound the same.
Thank you.
hold on, reckless.
Okay,
All
well
right,
that's fine
dude.
too.
All
Like,
niggas sound the
Reckless,
same.
reckless. I think he was talking to someone else, and
I know he was.
right, and
It's cool. It's cool.
that's it. So let's just move on from that. And
Okay, so I'm gonna give you my reason why I think it's just a talking point because the same fact is if you don't know the history, how the fuck can you repeat something that you never lived through? How the fuck can you repeat something that never happened to you? If you never knew about it, that means you're creating your history as you go.
but go ahead.
Go ahead. I mean,
But
that's
that's
my take
your.
on it.
But you're looking at. They're speaking of your history as black people's history.
Exactly.
You are speaking as in your personal history.
No, I'm not. I'm speaking
Yes,
as a
you are,
black.
because if you didn't
No.
experience it, it's not your history.
I understand. You're not understanding me, Mayo. I will never look at something going back to past that never happened to black people and say, you know what? I am confined to only that because I am black. If I
Once
never
again, if you're
knew,
not,
if I never
But
knew,
aren't white people a part of
wait,
our history?
no,
Yes.
wait.
So if the white people
God
Hold on,
enslaved
damn,
us and
nigga.
they
Mitty.
I said, wait.
Hold on.
The thing about it is, if I never ever knew anything about black people being enslaved or anything else like that, I would never ever know anything, and I would just continue to live my life as it was. Period. Not saying that someone needs to tell me my history. If I never knew it existed, guess what? I'm gonna live what I know.
Yeah.
And what I know is what I'm making for myself. Not saying that it never happened. I'm just saying I would never know it existed.
Yeah,
Because
but if you're
again,
not,
your history is told by the person who's going to give it to you.
and
I
don't.
mean, they say history is told by the victor. But once again, if you're not making these laws and these rules, then you knowing this doesn't do anything for you. You can teach it to your kids and try to steer them in the right direction, but that's just morals. But if you're not making these laws and these rules, we can't even stop people from making laws that stop locking parents up for not helping their kids transition.
Facts.
Yep.
And we know
I agree with that.
so how is this helping us?
But is
Like,
that specifically targeted towards black people? Like, I mean, that's just the West in general. Like, it's a collapsed
I think
civilization, like we said.
I'm talking about
Roman
history.
history.
I'm talking about
I
history.
think black people. I think black people are defined by what we were told, and like we oversensitive to
I
everything.
can agree.
Thank
I
you.
can agree with
I
you. I
agree
can
with
agree
that.
with you with
Thank
that.
you.
But I think it's because of the way that it's instilled. Because I'm not triggered by words. I'm not triggered by. I don't think that I'm lowly. I do better than most white people. Because that's kind of what I do. But
Okay.
the thing that my family did was when I was a child, they didn't tell me that I had to be afraid of white people. They allowed me to make my own assessments of reality. And then as an adult, they were like, yeah, these are the things that happened to our family and this is what we went through. So like you can process this now instead of going, oh, I'm hurt and all white people are bad.
Can I ask?
I don't see anything wrong with knowing the history because like it galvanizes, it makes me strong.
No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with
Yeah.
it. All I'm saying, if you never knew it, it's not going to hinder you from doing what you. It's not going to hinder
Also
you from
true.
being
That's
great.
also true. I agree with that as well.
Okay.
What you about to say, Black Thoughts?
So, see, here's the problem, right? The start of Black History Month, the start of African American, all that was when the othering of Black Americans happened.
That's a fact.
You see, here's the way I look at it, right?
You have Irish Americans that's 5 generations here, right? The Irish were enslaved back then. Do you hear them constantly talking about, oh, we was enslaved and we can't move forward and all of that? No one else is doing that except for Black Americans, right?
There's
Now,
a reason
I
why.
don't.
Though.
Yeah, Black Americans never got whiteness, but I mean,
Hold on, no.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I understand that argument. I understand why it's said, and I understand where it comes from. But
Native Americans are also in the same boat.
But
Facts.
Here's
They get
the
money.
thing, right? Here's the thing, right? I don't look at myself as having any different history or culture from any other 3rd, 4th, and 5th generation American, because that's what we know. We're steady standing in this othering, right?
Yeah.
That's the reason why a week ago, right, when Smitty made the comment about we need to learn from Hispanics and Chinese and all of that, I called it bullshit, because only thing we know is American culture, and that's what we need to be standing forward on.
That's fact.
Okay, that is our history, not Mama Africa and all of that, because ain't none of us in dozens of generations has been anything close to Mama Africa. And when Americans go to Africa, how are they treated?
Right.
There
you go.
Yep.
Like
Smitty,
kings.
I know you had something to say. You can go ahead. I guess he's talking.
They treated like kings over there.
I'm right here.
I said you had something to say. I don't want. I was trying not to let you cut me off so you can remember your thought. But go ahead.
No, I forgot.
Oh Jesus.
No, I'm good. I'm eating popcorn. I'm listening to y'all. Go ahead. I'll tap in.
All right.
Y'all
I
doing
think
great.
it's just a
Respect. What's going
trap.
on? You already know.
I think it's just a trap for us, by white. I'm not even gonna say by white people, by liberals. Period. To make
By
us, but to make us worry about what happened in the past to the point where it cripples us for the future. I will say that, like
Yes,
it's crippling
that's
us. You see it now.
That's exactly what it is.
So they kind of make you fight against wanting to learn it, man, because this is the thing that happens, and it's crazy how they weaponize it. They weaponize history against us, and we don't even realize it.
Do you know what it does? It keeps you out the race of America.
Yep, there you go.
That's all it is. It's made to keep you out the race.
Yeah,
right?
Competing.
Being the anomaly on the panel, I'm going to humbly disagree.
What you think?
Okay. So why do you disagree?
Because it depends on how you internalize it and take it. I think it's forced on children by adults who were scared of white people and never got their leg back because they actually experienced racism that they did experience, and that they passed that on to their children who made on their own to be able to process information and come up with their own conclusions.
Racism?
What?
So you're saying that these people are passing up to children because they experienced racism?
And they never got their lick back. When you talk to these old niggas on these panels, bro, you can tell that they got called the N-word and never popped nobody in the mouth and handled their business.
So is that racism?
Yes.
We call a name?
Can I know what the A-frames of old is? Do I fall in that category? Am I guilty?
I don't.
How old are you?
It depends.
I'm 40. I was born in 82.
No, you ain't old. You ain't old.
No. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that I hear, though.
Respect.
When I hear about people talking, I don't hear about the fact that they're just complaining about being racism. I keep hearing about slavery.
And red
Okay,
line.
I haven't said anything about slavery.
And blah blah blah.
I can tell you about red line.
Systemic this, systemic that. Racism is. You hear all these stupid ass talking points that never go no fucking where besides keep niggas instilled in the mind that they're always gonna be inferior to white folks.
God,
we are the only motherfucking race or ethnicity in this fucking country that only sees themselves inferior to white folks.
Man, that's your niggas.
Well, not me. But that's why I said
that's them.
I
don't gotta worry about that.
But I thought we come from black royalty and ancestors, and we're all kings and queens. And what do you mean we look at ourselves? They really do?
Let's explain
Sir,
this
we're
to you.
kings.
I'm
We
not.
were
I know you're
kings.
trolling right now.
I
I know you're
do.
trolling right now,
Like
but here's
I
the
know
thing.
what I
Wow.
know, but
How does king and queens get put in bondage?
Yo,
Well. I have heard a lot of people agree that we do have a lower IQ than other
There's
races.
kings and queens. Once their
well,
people abstain from them,
hey,
they end up
hey,
dead.
bro. You can
They don't,
keep that
they
low
don't kill
IQ.
them off.
We live in a country where you can be stupid and still get rich. Like, why does that even matter?
Well,
That's
true.
not an excuse either.
You got a point.
There's a bunch of
I
dumb
want to
motherfuckers
disagree.
out
No,
there.
I was just
Like,
no. I didn't
what?
say nothing. I'm just saying
Smithy,
how.
there's already a failure just in that kind of talking. I'm not saying it's your talking, but in that kind of
Uh,
talking. No, because here's what I say. Name at what time period where we've had multiple people ever claim to be in kingdoms and be in royalty. You had only one person, one family sitting at the top, and then you had
right,
smaller families. Nobody was all kings and queens. Never
right,
in anywhere in time.
right. Of course, exactly. Because then how you gonna be a queen or a king if there's no civilians or peasants or knights or bishops, all of that, right?
Well, I mean,
It has to be a hierarchy. I get it.
Hold on, you're still
100%.
forgetting this. Most kings and queens, once they were overthrown, they were either killed or exiled. One of the
Facts.
two.
Right.
They didn't say, "Oh, we're gonna let you, have your own another kingdom somewhere else." No, you either exiled, motherfucker. That's it. But
Right. Oh, true. That is right. You ain't lying.
in slave era Africa, if you got to breed, it's because the king let you.
Right.
They not
Really?
hearing Mayo. Y'all not listen.
I didn't know that.
This
Yeah,
is why I
he
tell
owned
people
all the
that
women.
that's why I keep telling people that chattel slavery was the best slavery out there. Because if you went east, nigga, your ass didn't have no nuts, nigga, and you wasn't breeding with nobody. Because you were literally castrated.
I wish you
Really?
stopped telling people that,
Yes.
sir. You about to get us canceled. You keep saying that
But
shit.
it's true. It's true.
Just 'cause
Very
it's something
true.
true don't mean
They castrated them to
Yeah,
guard
that's what
their
Arabs
harems.
did not want black people or Africans.
Yeah, if we want to talk about slavery and
with their
yeah,
rank.
if we want to talk about
We just
slavery
had-
and the atrocities of slavery, we should be talking about Islam slavery. That
Facts.
was the worst sort of slavery on the face of the planet. But it never gets talked about because Islam is the darling of the world right
There's
now.
a white boogeyman under every can of grape soda and bag of flaming hot Cheetos.
I keep thinking about that. I keep thinking about that list. That
Every
list that
time.
we got. That list we got that we broke every single word and rule on YouTube. That list just keep piling the hell up every stream. Every stream.
Also crazy
Don't make
stuff
any
is
damn sense.
right. But if I just told you, say, so what? Who cares? Move on. People are going to argue about that because why? They've been conditioned to argue about it.
Yeah. The programming is definitely deep, man. I think since about the 1920s, I would say, we've
You're
lost
insane.
complete
It ain't
touch
been no
with who
fucking
we are.
19.
Man, what's his name? Is always eating
Inside out,
something.
and now we go from the outside in. I'm pretty sure, and I can't actually give the
Didn't that nigga have an
exact
afro last week?
Yeah.
book or the exact
Oh,
statement.
Lord.
Someone had said that during
has
that
a
time, the
ponytail, you know that,
1920s
right?
to about the 1920s,
Yeah.
I
there
just
was
asked about his
a
afro,
who
sir.
came up and told us this is the way to think, this is who we are, and this is how things should be. And it completely flipped the way that we actually view the world.
But it wasn't in the 1920s. You are
back
totally off
then,
base.
because everyone was all clumped together and we all had our own viewpoints.
What is he
We always
talking
look at
about?
things from the inside out.
I don't
And
know,
then
bro.
once
I'm
we
barely
actually
listening to
started
this
getting
moron.
programmed, we all look from
This
outside
nigga,
in.
this nigga
I
was
see you
eating
with the
grapes
grapes,
like that
young
the
man.
entire
I see you
time.
with the grapes.
Hey, I heard something about practical, so I had to hop on. I'm not gonna lie. So when it comes to like the practicality of of this notion, what we talking about the African American Black History Month. I mean, Morgan Freeman really do got a point. You feel me? And like we talking about history, you need history to go forward. Like, man, practically that's not really true. You feel me? Like when you think about
You
it,
feel
like
me?
who is his story? It's typically a victor. And most people who talking about it, saying you got to know your history, they come from a lineage of individuals who historically have not won. If we're going by history, So given that, right? it's kind of like goes against what they're aiming for. Like if you want to go forward, you know what I'm saying, in life, but you need to look at you need to trauma bond to the past. The negative stuff of the past and whatnot, and like you know what I'm saying, have these like Manchurian candidates who was brought onto the map and taken off the map to destroy the entirety of how black culture is looked at. Like it kind of only hurts black culture as a whole. That's why I really don't prescribe to the African American notion too much, anyways. Or I'm not really a fan of Black History Month either. No.
What do y'all think? That's pretty much
Agreed. I like it.
A little word salady, but
Very word salady.
A little word salad, but
you're not a fan of it.
But he got to his point.
Why y'all nitpick so much? I mean, yeah, did you get the point? I mean, shit.
No, I didn't get to the point.
I mean, really,
I don't know what his point was. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't know what the fuck he was saying. He was saying a whole lot of word salad. That's what I heard.
No, I'm messing with you, Blacks. I'm messing with you, Brody.
Literally, I know that.
Jesus
Blacks, you got to get your spirit aligned to understand the chakras that he was laying down.
Obviously.
Get your chakras together, nigga. Get your chakras.
You gotta take your shoes off, walk into the temple, and pray on.
Yeah, walk on black sand, all that.
You don't walk barefoot. Let LA tell it. No barefoot, no shoes, no socks.
No,
right?
Every time y'all walk around that house with no shoes and socks on that damn carpet, y'all start confessing stuff and saying a bunch of bullshit you have no business saying. It never fails.
No,
Told y'all put y'all shoes and socks on.
I mean, it was a bit word salady. I will agree with that, but he circled back to the point he was trying to make about just not really dealing with the African American thing and the Black History Month thing.
I get it. I get what he's saying. It's just he had to go around the world again to get to a point that he could have said in about a sentence.
That's why I was jumping around, right? Because let me go to, because we can get stuck on these words because you got this nigga I9 who's actually pretty cool. He just I don't know what the fuck he be talking about. He's cool though. I mean, he cool. I don't have anything against him. I don't have anything for him either. But he just another dude on the street. He just be saying some nonsense sometimes.
On winning, right? It really can be. It depends on parameter you assign to what you achieve, to which that you achieve, right? So I'm sure that makes sense. So okay, with black people, right? We have this trauma bond to like the past and the negative parts of the past way more than the things that we've done.
You literally just said that. This nigga start talking.
I'm done with this trauma. I'm over this. Everybody's trauma.
We more or less single that person out, and we try to toss everybody on them.
It's a law. DeSantis wrote it into law.
This is where I wanted to get
some chick.
People feel
All humans' feelings matter, Mayo.
All right.
So if that's
no, they
the
don't,
case,
Smitty. Some people don't get to talk.
Why you doing it? Why do I talk about the negative aspects of people talking about history? Like, we don't have to down black people just because there's some black people want reparations, whatever. Stop.
So anyway, John the Baptist, in layman's terms, John the Baptist said, "Teach all history, no matter if it's bad or good. Just make sure you teach all of it." That was his position on this whole question together. Black History Month and American history. We need to learn a history, no matter if it's good or bad, no matter who teaches or whatever. And then he kind of walked it back a little bit, and then this is when enter the this nigga.
And like I said, right? The white liberal, they'll give you Cardi B and George Floyd, and then they'll tell you that Ben Carson and what's his name are villains. They don't
they're devils.
Thomas. They don't want you to talk about that, right? They don't want you to know that Clarence Thomas came up from poverty. Yeah. They don't want you to know that.
So yeah.
They don't talk about Thomas Sowell.
Nope.
That's because a white man put him on.
That's because Thomas Sowell is not he's not a liberal. That's the only reason why they don't try to give that man his credit.
He was a Marxist, so it wasn't like
he was.
He had to find a way back to reality. That's what it was.
And he came back.
But he was scholarly.
Yeah.
But he was scholarly, and because he was scholarly, he was able to.
Let me explain this. This person right here, Enter the Dragon. right there to my this little Kermit the Frog looking motherfucker right next to John the Baptist.
Oh Jesus!
This is a liberal guy, right? And listen to his arguments throughout this whole piece thing. It just makes you want to blow your motherfucking mind. Oh yeah, he blows your mind with all the great things he said.
Oh Lord!
Bring this conversation up. History itself is important. Why you minimize about talking about how modern day people view history? History is important.
No, okay. I think you might have.
Okay, I misunderstood what you were going there. Okay.
So, like for example,
Never
right,
trust a nigga with a lisp.
I'm not going to refute that, right? I think some history we need to stop talking about, but that's my opinion. I'm not going to even get on that right now. If you in an all-white neighborhood, right, and they decide they're not going to teach anything about any other history besides white history, right? Does that make sense to do?
To them, yes.
To stop teaching. Say it one time, Aaron.
Let's just say I'm in an all-white neighborhood, major white city, and we ain't gonna teach no black history, no Indian history, no nothing. We only talking about the history of white people. What the hell we care about those? Does it make sense for them to only learn about their history?
No.
Oh, yeah. Wait. John the Baptist. So what Aaron is asking is that you can't expect a majority of people to put other people's interests ahead of their own. So all this banning about CRT, all this hoopla about banning books, all of it is about stuff about making white people feel guilty for a past.
As he has white people in his background. I just want to point that out. So white people.
That they didn't participate in, even though they benefit from.
I don't care. I don't care how people feel today about history. History has already happened. So whatever happened in history, teach it. I don't care.
They'd rather burn it. They'd rather burn it. You have to understand that.
What I'm saying to you is, I don't care.
Dude, I'm tired of this.
I don't care if you're black, white, green, Somalian. I don't care what.
I'm tired of this dude already. Once he said CRT and they rather burn it and all of that. Does this dude understand what CRT is?
Yo, I told you. Listen, you're gonna get.
You don't
triggered,
like the Victim Olympics?
You are gonna be triggered. So just take it. Shut up.
Oh shit! If there's history, I don't care how it makes you look. Whether it's black people, white people, I don't care how it makes you look. It's history.
Mm-hmm.
Teach it,
right?
Because teaching history helps people to inform decisions how they're going forward today.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
I don't believe in banning history. I don't care how it makes anybody look. I don't care if it makes black people look bad. Teach it. I don't care if it makes white people look bad. Teach it. I don't care if it makes Hispanic. Whatever it is, teach it.
Yeah, so I feel what you're saying, John. I mean, like in theory, that's a great point, but I mean, history is literally like it's a product of the victors in that specific scenario. It's rarely.
That's why you got to teach all of it. That's why you got to teach all of it. Because
Mr. John, I would love to ask you a question.
I agree with that.
This is
John. What's your favorite food?
Hey,
look at me. I like food.
What's your least favorite food?
All right, I told y'all he just be saying some random weird shit that makes no fucking sense.
Are you talking about I-9 King Colin?
Yes.
Is he trying to make a point? Is he trying to be smart?
He thought he made a good point.
I don't know. Chicken. Who say chicken?
So let's say I came.
He look like a yard bird eating ass nigga.
Chicken. Now,
Bruh.
can you stomach this? Would you do it?
I don't. See, you doing it again. I don't care how it makes me feel. How it makes me feel is relevant to the conversation.
Not the feeling. Would you do it though? Like, would you eat it, knowing that this is something that logically doesn't make sense for you to palate? Would you still palate?
So
what the
you're talking
fuck
about
are
food.
we talking about?
If I don't like eating food, no, I'm not going to do. I don't like eating. But if it's history, I don't like. If it's history, I don't like.
Right now,
literally
they like
lost.
eating word salad. Word salad.
Why is this nigga eating grapes like that? What the hell is going on with this stream?
Hey, that's Aladdin, man. You didn't know?
Whether or not it's being taught or not
What the
doesn't matter. The fact that
There
it
go your
exists
girl,
is a burden. The fact that it's
Oh my
there.
God,
That's
Mo in the dark.
that's the key
You got a
problem.
cokehead, you got a dude feeding himself grapes, you got a motherfucker talking about food, you got another nigga with a lisp. What the fuck is going on with this stream?
This is like the second string of Aaron Q's show.
But I did not tell you motherfuckers that you're gonna be triggered. You're
I
obviously
mean,
getting
look,
triggered by simple shit there, LA. We didn't even get
sir,
to the
you
crux
got
of
a
the argument yet.
you got a cokehead in the dark, you got a nigga with a lisp, you got a motherfucker talk about chicken, you got a nigga feeding himself grapes like he in Rome, and you got that lost motherfucker in the center. He just looked like he lost, the dude right behind you. And then you got Aaron looking like I just don't want to be here.
Hey, King Cullen looks like he's spinning records at the club.
This is crazy.
He does.
Can we go now, there, LA? King
Sure,
LA?
sir.
All right,
Yeah,
Jesus
sure.
Christ.
40. But John, I know that's like we should be teaching. Nobody disagrees with what you're saying. What we're telling you is where we are right now, 2023, in this environment. The majority of people who control the laws, who write the rules, who can change things how they see fit, do care. They do care about our history. That's why they're banning it. That's why they're
Who's this
burning.
zesty dude up here?
That's why they're trying. They feel some kind. There is a law. DeSantis wrote it into law.
Bullshit.
We are not going to teach a history.
Bullshit.
Who is this zesty dude up here?
That's creepy Kermit.
Zesty Kermit.
So
This
that's
nigga
the
is
first
zesty as
lie.
fuck.
Creepy zesty Kermit.
That's the yo. I had to drop him, but someone brought him back. I dropped his ass.
Yeah,
Both
and he's never written either, or he's never read either law.
That's
that
Reckless
DeSantis
Ray
wrote.
over here.
No, he hasn't.
Cooking ice.
My bad.
No, go ahead. Here we go.
That's the bill. That's the
That's
bill.
not where I was going.
Then go get the bill and read it. Then go get the bill and read it. They do legislate feelings. They legislate feelings. They legislate.
That is what it said.
In the class, so I got to talk
That
about
is what it said.
Say, wait. Someone else is speaking. Someone else is speaking. Say it again.
Mo speaking.
No, that is what it said. Like you can just look it up.
You can just look it up.
Literally, it's- yeah.
You know how many times I said bitch in the goddamn dark? You stupid bitch. Oh, listen, I hate Mo. There's one person I hate. I hate that bitch. What's up, Patrick? I don't know why I hate. Oh, I knew why I hate her so much, but I literally, yeah.
Look it up.
I had to have an assignment on it because I'm in a class called
Then
policy.
recite it.
Then recite it.
Aaron,
No,
you get it again.
that's a
You get it
fallacy
again,
right there
Aaron.
you're trying to do right now. But now listen, so you have to use the word feeling. There's no feel. The word feeling is not anywhere in it. The word feeling is not-
Hey, what did he say was a fallacy?
The word feeling is not
Emotional distress is a feeling, and it is written in the bill. You are not to teach. You are not to teach. You are not to teach anything that may cause a student emotional distress.
That's not a feeling though.
If you wrote a paper about it, you should be able to recite it.
No. It's I don't have nothing against it. They stopping all the LGBT teaching. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the quack professors. They stopping all the
Quack professor. There is no such thing. You cannot have a degree from an institution and then be called a quack.
What the fuck is this? The
What
zesty?
about
The
what
zesty
about the
panel?
basket weaving degrees?
Quack. There is no such thing as a quack.
There is, idiot.
I ain't gotta be a professor to know that there's no.
Hey, I'm just gonna let y'all know.
What is with his eyes?
I don't know.
He on that coke that Mo on. Mo gave him some of that coke. That's why he's
Bro, give
zesty
me
as fuck right now.
That
Damn.
nigga long ass Squidward nose, nigga. God.
Bro. Like he got a long ass fucking head, bro.
Yeah, we got to clip this. We got to clip that. We got to make that a drop. Can you imagine?
Bro.
Jesus.
I'm asking, are you a professor? Because I was gonna call you a
No,
quack.
not a professor of anything.
All right, cool. Well, anyway,
You've never met a quack either.
Nah, I certainly have. You know what I'm saying? I
Now,
certainly
there's a
have.
professor you might not agree with, but that doesn't
man,
make him a
quack.
quack, does it?
Yes.
Bro, it's a
So
colloquialism.
let me
You can't
say
tell
this.
me
Let
he's
me
not a
say this
quack.
point.
It's a colloquialism.
Let me say this point that I was making. I don't. You don't have to agree with the LGBTQ community, which you don't have to agree with it. But they are. So what has actually happened? They are part of history now.
Yeah, we
Now,
are
you don't have to
people.
agree with.
What is this dude talking about?
I mean,
Oh, please,
history is
talk.
written by the victors, John the Baptist, and the folks
Hold on,
who
let
we
me.
think right now.
I don't care. Okay,
doing that
listen. I don't care who wrote
John
it.
just wants to let everyone
It's
know he
one
wants
history.
everyone to
History
be
is one person's
teaching
perspective.
history.
Whether the victor or the loser,
What
it's
up,
a
Beans?
person. It's a culture's perspective. So that's why I say not just you can't cancel out any of it, because what America may record and what China may record and what Germany may record in the same time period gives you a complete picture of what's going on in that time period.
All right, so now this is where I divest on what you were saying.
And so,
now
what I'm
all
saying,
history is
so what
not
I'm saying
equal,
to
bro.
you is, even
All history not equal.
though I disagree with the alphabet community, I don't agree with them, but I recognize they are a part of history now.
Right.
When we look back 200 years from now, you're going to see how effective, or you're going to see about this culture and how they played a part of it. So for you to try to write it out of it,
That's not what the bill was about, you idiot.
No. He has a total different. He's not even thinking about that. He's talking about something totally different than Zest over here.
To DeSantis for moving all the intersectionality, and shout out to DeSantis for moving all that critical race theory BS nonsense, and also shout out to DeSantis for limiting people to getting in math classes or whatnot just because of the race. He needs to have merit. And also House Bill 999 has more benefits than you could say there are negative.
I'm not talking about a bill.
Yeah, we're not talking about House Bill. We're not even talking about the DeSantis right now. He's the least of our problems. He's
not what
one
I'm
man.
That's exactly who you were talking about.
We're way beyond him.
All history not created
About
equal.
the DeSantis right now.
The bill, y'all wrong. Okay, so the bill specifically prevents people from trying to indoctrinate by trying to make people feel some sort of guilt as a result of the things that happened historically. So specifically, you cannot use what happened in the past to try to hold people accountable that did not participate in what happened in the past today.
Thank you.
It prohibits employers from forcing people to feel a certain type of way or try to acquiesce over into, for example, the inequality, equity, and inclusion people, and forcing people to then acknowledge other things from other people that don't have anything to do with what it is that you have going on in that specific private entity, right? So nobody
So
can
if
be
someone's like
forced.
going out for a job,
Nobody
Can you pause it real quick?
to go and acknowledge.
Yes, sir.
I want everyone to take note of something. This moron with the Squidward nose is only going to derive his powers from the white liberal woman, his leader. If you notice, she came in and gave him his powers. Every time she came in and made the same argument, he jumped on it. Yeah. Pay attention. That's where his powers are going to derive from, because he has no thought of his own. He's done no study, and he is a simp.
Facts.
Nah, I think he's more zesty than simp, but okay.
He is zesty simp.
He is zesty simp.
That could be true.
What it is that you feel just because you feel it, and you go ahead and you do your fucking job is what it's saying. We're not going to force other people to feel guilty because you want to feel guilty.
Anton,
that's basically what it's saying. I just read it. It says specifically, classroom instruction and curriculum may not be used to indoctrinate or persuade students to a particular viewpoint inconsistent with the principles of the subsection or state academic standards. Meaning, you cannot go in and start doing your own fucking thing just because you want people to feel guilty about what it is that you feel.
right? No more
Racism,
indoctrination.
slavery, or whatever.
No
That's
more
literally
indoctrination.
word for word. That's
So
what
no
it
more
says.
Pledge of Allegiance,
Which
right?
coincides with
For
what I was
children
saying,
that don't
no doubt.
understand, right?
Wait a minute, because it says
Bro, but she'll co-sign some drag queens reading to her kids though.
That's what school is.
Hold on, what did I say?
What
did
is
he
it?
speak?
Circular logic is their thing.
Yep.
She's going to throw. That's a straw man. That's a red herring that she just did, talking about. So no more Pledge of Allegiance.
For
What a
kids that don't
fool!
understand. You lucky they dropped you, because I was gonna drop your ass, bitch, and then I was gonna put you in the fucking chat for the whole night. But then she said she decided to leave, so I didn't have to waste my money, so it's okay.
You notice when the black cuck started speaking, right?
Mm-hmm.
If not an institutional educational background in
Run by
math,
the government.
there are several.
I think y'all labeled it. See, this is what happens with people. It happens with the Bible. It happens in conversations. It happens across the board. And what generally happens is people pick and choose different parts of it instead of looking at it in its entirety in order to make an informed decision. And so usually what generally happens is people try to interpret it to mean whatever it is that they want to interpret it to mean instead of using your real life sense to understand exactly why you signed this bill in the law in the first place. And basically what it's saying is we're not going to continue to try to modify and make other people feel comfortable in order to try to make others feel uncomfortable. Go in, teach. Stop trying to push this gay agenda on people. Stop trying to push this racism
gay
shit on
agenda.
Stop trying to push this racism on people. Go in, teach fucking
So
math.
slavery didn't happen.
Hold on. So Anton,
See,
go
you
ahead.
know,
that's. Can we pause for a second? Can we pause for 1 second? This is look. This is exactly what fucking white liberals do, and it's the most racist shit ever, and no one calls them out on it. Immediately, if you attack any of their points, they talk to you like you're so stupid that they have to dumb down and bring something that you can understand. So slavery.
Yeah.
Like
how dare you not teach about gay slavery?
Hey, bro. Well, no. It's not. It has nothing to do with gay slavery. She's going, listen, black man. Maybe you'll understand this because this hurts your feelings. And I'm like, and I always respond with like, well, does it hurt your feelings? The reality of the fact that like you broke and I got more money than you, and that's why you're upset and you need to bring up slavery, like because you're losing at the game that was made for your ass to me, and I'm stupid. Like, the fuck out of here, dude. Like that shit's so aggravating, and no one ever says anything about it.
That's
Mama, she considers herself Antifa. She does.
That's
so just to let you know, she considers herself Antifa, even though she's never done nothing besides support them.
That's exactly what they do. First of all, nobody was even talking about slavery, and here she
Facts.
goes bringing it in
Because they're fucking racist.
Oh, well, of course.
Slavery didn't happen though.
And nobody said anything about slavery. That's the weird part. It's like we're having a completely different conversation. We're talking about Ron DeSantis' bill, and you're over here talking about slavery didn't happen. But that's what they do because they have no argument against anything else. So they have to try and put words in your mouth to create an argument that's not there. These people are morons.
Well, no, it's not even that though, because if you look at the demographic of people that are in Antifa, they're broke ass white people. Like they need someone
No,
that
not
feels
all of them.
better
Some
than
of them are parents
bruh.
of rich Democrats. Some of them are kids of rich Democrats.
That's a fact. There are some.
Yeah,
the ones that
all
came to
Mo's got
Kansas
is
City
meth
weren't.
Tifa.
Right. Thank you.
All right, well, let's continue with this bullshit conversation.
Think about women like you, right?
Yeah.
You try to use.
You don't.
Do you want to get
me.
muted, or do you want to have a conversation?
Oh, you don't like three.
All right, here we go. Because I don't even like talking to women that's sitting in the dark.
You dropped.
Anyways, like I was saying, the problem with this conversation is that and people like her, what she'll say in order to try to make herself feel a little bit more to get her point across, she'll say, "Oh, what, you didn't like slavery?" Man, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what you're trying to do. You can't use that reverse psychology nonsense on me. I know exactly how you're trying to use one thing that you think that I would care about in order to try to make it seem like everything should be admissible in what it is that you're trying to talk about your argument. The fact of the matter is, what he's basically doing is he's saying, yo, just teach the way that you're supposed to teach. Stop trying to make this an indoctrination camp. Stop trying to make people feel bad as a result of stuff that happened in history. Just teach it like just call a spade, teach math, teach whatever, and just leave it alone. That's basically what the bill is. We done with the diversity, equity, and inclusion. We done with trying to make trans people feel like men is women and women is men. We done with all of that. Just teach. That's basically what he's saying.
So basically, to have this conversation, we had to bring up this bill at all because we're talking about the nature of history itself.
Oh my!
And we look at how you feel about it. It's just history is history.
Emotions.
It all need to be taught. Period, because it's history. If you don't want to take a history class, don't take a history class. History is relevant in all parts of society. It helps you figure out how you want to move forward in life.
No, it doesn't.
So now I agree. If the
No,
bill
it
is what the bill is, then that's what the bill is. But you don't even talk about the bill in this situation because we're talking about actually literally just teaching a subject without trying to brainwash somebody. We're not looking to brainwash. We're just looking at like
no, it is literally considered brainwash, no matter how you look at it. Kingdom Minded with the $5 super chat says Chicken Hawk Dragon is intolerable, like many female. He receives my snipes. By the way, I sent the Cash App earlier. Did you get that there? Did you? I don't even know Cash App. I don't pay. But
Thank you, Kingdom Minded, for the $5 super chat.
For sure. Let's continue going right here. I'll look it up real quick.
History helps you figure out stuff.
That's the thing, though, John. Like, I mean, your point is valid for certain aspects of history, but not all history is created equal. That's my point. That's my stance on it, because it's like it's some history that goes against other parts of history. So imagine you hear thing 1 of history, which says that apples are orange, right? And then thing 2 of history says that apples are blue. Both can't be true at the same time. At that
And
specific
listen,
science.
please stop saying why can't she share her thoughts. She left on her own. Ain't nobody booed her. She did her own thing.
Nice.
I'm not gonna be responsible for the fact that she ain't built for Fight Club. That's on her.
Right.
So practical.
Like a
I
liberal.
don't care. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. So
Right.
if somebody says it's blue and if somebody says it's red, write it down. That blue, write it down. That red, write it down. And then 50 years from now, you read it and you look at and it's all they're doing is giving you how blue interpreted and how red interpreted. And so therefore now you got both perspectives. If you only got one perspective, you can't make an informed decision.
So the problem with that statement is that you can get to a certain end value of different perspectives where you will actually never go anywhere. You will be at a complete standstill. Let's say that n equals infinity, right? And now officially infinite perspectives on this notion. You will not go anywhere. You will be stuck in a standstill, infinite regression of looking at nothing that's going to help you whatsoever. You're gonna it's like you're gonna be constantly you're gonna be filled with thoughts, but no actions that follow the thoughts. Because all you're gonna do is think about different perspectives.
That's not true. No. I think
All right, so stop right there. Keep in mind with the $15 super Cash App says for trans shooter is being called the 7th victim now. Was that the one in Kentucky?
Oh Jesus, hell no.
Oh yeah. They was trying to do that. That's why in one of those states, whatever states, when they went into the courthouse or whatever round, I don't know if it was the courthouse or whatever, they were holding up 7.
Yeah. Wow. No, I didn't know that. I wasn't. To be honest with you, when they took it out of the media, which we all knew they were going to do, it kind of slipped my mind. It was. I mean, shit happens now. I mean, it's crazy that it does. It's just another day because what happened there? Where was that at? Was that Alabama? I think it was Alabama with the barbecue that 4 people got killed and 20 were injured. To shootout. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
Sweet 16. That's right. Yeah, that's insane.
I know. So I know that maniac that went into the school and killed 6 people, like a couple days after, there was a whole bunch of weirdos out there holding up 7. Trying to say that 7 lives were lost.
Yeah, the bitch that was stupid.
The administration apologized to the trans community for this.
Yes, they did. I seen that. That was, you know what? See, that's what I was saying. They acquiesce, like I mean, one of his words, acquiescing to these fucking libtards, which is fucking annoying. And the more they do that, the more we're gonna lose our way. And that's what's fucked up about these shitty ass politicians and these shitty ass motherfucking. You might as well call them a school board. They're fucking shitty ass politicians too, because they're elected as well.
Well, but I mean, when we come back to the importance of history, they made a classic play. They targeted the children.
Sure, I mean that's the way.
Like they went towards the weakest link to mold society. You get a generation of kids, you groom them, then they can vote, then the process repeats itself.
What's up, Beastly? I didn't even see you down there. I wasn't paying attention. But thank you for the $15 cash app there, Kingdom Mind. I didn't know that they were calling him the seventh victim, or her, the seventh victim. Now they're actually calling him a her now instead of a him.
Oh Lord,
they're misgendering him.
Wait, so they apologize and they're calling this shit a seventh victim?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god!
Crazy.
What the fuck, bro? And so you can't tell me that there's not an agenda at this point. Like what the fuck, man?
Well, I mean that is the agenda. That's literally the agenda.
Well, that's for the people that want to play, that want to sit back and live in this fantasy world and act like it's not. I'm like, are you kidding me?
I agree.
Well, I mean, if you
100% term limits, that's what we need. Term limits, because it keeps these motherfuckers rotating the fuck out of here, especially if they have stupid ass ideologies.
I'm voting for Giant Comet
I do
2024.
agree with that. I believe a lot of things are too easily infiltrated, and boundaries have to be set. But I mean, I think folks are scared to set boundaries for real, because then the mob of whatever sort and whatever direction going to come through and try to make it seem like you're not being, I guess, inclusive enough, or you can't stop nobody from nothing and this and that. But they look at it now. What is it? You're what do they say? You're a homophobe if you don't want to date a trans.
Yeah, I'm
No,
all,
it's transphobic.
Stuff
It's
like that.
I'm transphobic, homophobic, all that. I'm real.
Yeah, like it's like no boundaries at all. That's all I'm trying to say. I
You're
digress.
homophobic,
My mic is muted.
transphobic, and racist. That's what it is.
I'm
And
all
that's
that.
that's another reason why I think why would be pissing me off with black
He's-
folks.
I'm
is
all
you,
that.
you allow these motherfuckers to use the black struggle to piggyback off of your shit. I was like, what's the name when you?
It's not to piggyback. They leapfrog that motherfucker.
Yeah, they piggyback, and then when it's time to get some real shit, they'll leapfrog and take all the benefits and do whatever they want.
Yep.
All right, let's keep it moving.
I think. Wait. If we're gonna talk about
Infinite,
infinite, if we're gonna talk about infinite possibilities, if we're gonna go that route, because we're not here to talk about like astrophysics or metaphysics, but where everyone has to have common. This is what the word we're missing here is common sense. Everyone has to be able to look up in the sky and say that the sun's the sun. I don't give a damn where you are on this planet. I don't care what time it is. The sun is the sun for everybody. You ain't no exception. You ain't special. So everybody's got to start from somewhere that we can all agree upon. A tree is a tree, a plant's a plant, a dog's a dog. There are some fundamental concrete things that we can all start from before we all have our own perspectives or whatever.
This nigga eyes is
Wait,
huge.
so if that's the case, then we all need to agree that a man is a man and a woman's a woman.
100%. Maybe. I don't know.
If he's going to go down that path of logic, then that's where we should start.
Well, the sister that was sitting in front of, I don't know, the Supreme Court or whoever, like when they asked her, the black woman, she wouldn't even answer it, So I mean,
well,
I think we know where we're at with that one.
She's not a biologist, so she can't answer.
No, but I became a toaster oven last week, so y'all need to respect that shit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
they throw you in a pool of water so you can die.
He had toaster oven so he can cook these niggas. Yo, that's crazy.
It can be true. The dog can be nice to me and mean to you. Same dog, right? It's still a dog. So our perspectives aren't that different. Our experiences are different.
No, your perspective.
He got that
I'm glad
list
you said
like
what you said about
black
true,
dots
true,
over
dog's
there.
a dog. Okay, so look, there are two genders, but there are people who will argue up and down that there are infinite freaking genders, and they will argue it adamantly. So what you're saying is dismissed, bro, because I'm not going to be studying no
Do you
infinite
agree?
pronouns, bro.
Do you agree?
I don't.
I don't either.
I
don't either.
But the problem.
And you don't either. So what? Wait. You losing
This is
sleep?
anecdotal.
You can't sleep tonight.
Hold on, this is anecdotal. We're getting us saying we don't agree. Us three, it's anecdotal because history is written by the victors. The victors right now, the ones who are winning, are the ones who are pushing this Kamlud Arabic for basically like wrong, sinful type of agenda and whatnot. This kind of stuff they got pushing and whatnot, all this stuff they pushing, they're the
Sinful.
victims right now.
Sinful is kind of biblical and it's kind of a
Okay,
religious
fine,
stance. We don't want to go there.
fine. I'll
Oh
talk
my
about it from a
God!
Quranic
Shut the
perspective,
fuck
actually.
up,
But
you
I'm
piece
because
of
I'm gonna be
shit.
honest, bro. They're the ones who are morally immoral are the ones who are winning right now. And if they continue to win, they are going to be the history that is what's pushed the most.
I'll
So
tell
now
you something.
it's going to
Okay.
cause hold
Okay.
on, let me finish.
Go ahead.
It's
Go ahead.
going to cause a snowball effect of children coming out constantly. Hold up, I'll say this real quick. When I was a little kid, I used to play video games like Call of Duty, all kind of stuff like that, right? And like the same games now have way more evil symbolism inside of the games that a lot of kids don't even realize they're seeing as evil symbolism. And when that stuff get pushed even further, they're gonna consider it to be normal. Because they've been already indoctrinated in that belief. You can't tell me that because people are already pushing the one-eye agenda, all kind of weird stuff you see in movies and TVs and all kind of stuff. And when it gets full force, they won't have no pushback on it because they've been raised that way already. Because the victors have pushed this history.
It's called social engineering. He's absolutely right. I mean, that's what I don't understand. How can they fight?
And that's the point I made the other day concerning that. People will say that we have systemic issues, we need CRT, we need all this other nonsense. But then I say the same people who say that we need all these programs are the ones pushing the debauchery that is causing the issue.
Yeah.
You have these socialites, these black socialites, wherever they exist, who are part of the Jack and Jills, etc., who live high on the hog and talk about the issues that plague, quote, black communities, unquote. But then what do they listen to in their spare time? What do they indulge in? What do they push to the greater masses as common fare to consume? They push the accolades and anecdotes of the Cardi B's, the Meg Thee Stallions, the big fat Lizzos, and their debauchery, and advocate for them, saying that these are strong black women who deserve to be idolized, or these are strong black women who work for. Say again?
Cardi B's not black.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this is what they will say. They will say that these are strong black women who deserve to be idolized. We all know Cardi Sleaze is not black. But
hold on real quick, Uncle Tom. She may not be black all the way, but guess what? She damn sure is not representing the Spanish community. Everything that she touch on, the ones who following her is us.
And that's my point. And I'm saying the people who are pushing that are the people.
That's a good point.
With the money, the people who have influence, the ones who say that we need to make a change, yet they invest in more of the same.
Black Thoughts, you over here looking crazed over there. Who the hell did LA go? That nigga said, fuck this, I am done, huh?
By the way, I see what y'all mean by evil Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, definitely. No, listen, man, I'm not, none of this is surprising to me. I get it, and I'm just listening. I'm listening to this. Enter the Black Dragon, whatever bullshit's coming out of his mouth. Listen, Cardi B. Again, I don't listen to anything she says. She's not black, nor is she intelligent. So
I had a video about it I wanted to do. You want to look at that?
Sure.
You got a video about Cardi B?
No, I don't.
More of her degeneracy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say that. That'll probably make my head hurt.
Nah, I can't. I don't want to watch that shit. I turned it off.
You know what I was
10 seconds of her talking. I can't stand her fucking voice.
So based on what Black said, though, it comes to the latest video of John McWhorter and Glenn Lowry and the other gentleman in the middle.
Right.
It actually comes to that video. Because it speaks to that.
And that's the point. The people, the socialites, the ones who have the money and the influence are the ones maintaining this debaucherous and abnormal status quo. Yet we're still plagued by 17 what is it 1696
19 project
or whatever 1619 nonsense and 1856 nonsense and 1968 nonsense. I mean, it just will never stop. We're going to keep talking about it and talking about it, beating the dead horse, and nobody learns anything because last time I checked, Chicago is burning from teenagers who are as free as the day is long.
What, they free? They's free, boss.
They's free, boss.
Here's the thing. The 1619 project was debunked by historians.
It sure was.
And
but listen, though it was debunked, you still hear about it.
And guess who gave her one of them big awards for it?
Nobel Prize or
not a Nobel Prize.
No,
Rhodes Scholars,
thing about
Blitzer or something, but
yeah,
I mean, they gave her a prize. The 1619 was so great.
But see, here's the thing about that. You even had Democrats that said that shit wasn't true. You had Democrat historians said the 1619 project wasn't.
Hey, what is the 1619 project? Sorry if I sound slow.
The 1619 project was written by a pseudoscientist black woman who wasn't even a full-fledged professor, and nor does she have tenure anywhere, and wrote this nonsense about when the actual roots of slavery started in America. So she's trying to say that instead of it being when America ceased being a European colony and then became its own sovereign state or sovereign country, she's saying it started in 1619, over or about 400 years ago. Trying to give credence to the fact that slavery is 400 years old in America. And the history does not back up her assertions.
I got some videos that I want to see on
Thanks,
Wednesday.
Black.
You're welcome.
That's on Wednesday. They're gonna make you think.
Yo, let me tell you something. They gave that obese diversity hire dingbat a participation trophy award.
Yep.
For participating and trying to push the liberal agenda. That's what her award was for. Because she ain't educated. And she don't know history.
Well, all she has to do is put doctor in front of her name or professor in front of her name, and they give her whatever she wants. And she's black too, so she's a double minority, and she's obese, so she's a triple minority. Because if you didn't know,
a woman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's a double minority because she's black and a woman.
Yes,
but then she's probably have some.
They don't know what a woman is. They don't know what a woman is. What the fuck?
Yeah.
No, they don't get that no more. They don't get that no more.
I mean,
you know what's so confusing about that real quick is if they can sit up there and go on and on about we can't define a woman, but then how is it that you can define how horrible or whatever it is toxic about men? So how can men have such a descriptive, you know what I'm saying? But like women is just like this foggy mist. I don't get it.
Because it's rules for thee and not for me. I can tell you what
have
to do.
An intellectual conversation. Their shit breaks down in half of a fucking second. It's not that fucking hard to break down their ideology in pieces in less than a fucking minute. So
and that's the reason why they only have conversations with the likes
dumbass
of
niggas.
Their echo chamber. Yeah, their echo chamber. Yeah, true.
No. It's not even an echo chamber.
Hell no. It's just dumb
It's
niggas
just
and dumb
idiots.
It's just idiots. It has nothing to do with echo chambers.
It's just
You
idiots.
saw the idiot
saying goddamn idiots. No, these is some dumbass niggas.
Yeah, like you saw the dumbass nigger that was at the Walmart, that stupid woman, and this all started because he wanted to put his foot on his neck. There's a whole Walmart flooding. Okay,
that Walmart's closing.
And I'm saying this Walmart multi-billion-dollar company and that's a multi-million-dollar building that Walmart doesn't own, by the way. Walmart does not own that building. They rent it out. And she's saying that we have enough money and resources to scrape together time, money, and resources to build our own Walmart.
Hey, no.
Yeah, all they gotta do just keep doing hair in the kitchen, keep doing the shea butter in the basement, you know.
Minnie,
And we should be there in no time.
I got it all wrong. You got it all wrong. That building will be up for sale when Walmart leaves. They will have an already pre-made store that they can rent out and distribute all the goods and everything that they want inside of their community. It shouldn't be the white folks bringing goods and services to their fucking community. It should be the Negroes. So those Negroes that what that dumb bitch just said should put up little $12 in with the rest of the $14 and get all the food in there and everything else that they need to live and survive. That's what they
exactly.
should do.
Let me tell you a grim reality.
Yeah,
that Walmart's gonna turn into a storage unit because them niggas gonna have to store and default in a few months.
Yep,
absolutely.
If you would only use simple words or simple ideas with this woman concerning what it takes to run a business of that scale, she'd lose her mind.
Mm.
The logistics involved, the logistics involved alone will make the smartest man cry.
Well, after a couple weeks, it gets easier. But Jesus, it takes a while.
But listen, I'm not saying. See, you have worked in logistics. I have worked in logistics for years. I'm saying that if this woman has no experience in logistics whatsoever, the systems involved, how to source materials, I'm just saying she has no clue.
Go to the Asian people and get them hair weaves. That's what's gonna turn into a hair weave stove, man. You know they need their weaves, man.
How many thousand square feet is that building?
It don't matter.
100,000 square.
We will have weaves for days, nigga.
No,
That's
hold on,
gonna
guys.
be the biggest hair supply store in Chicago
and the world.
Hold on.
Before they start stealing from them niggas, because niggas ain't allowed to have shit.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hey, blacks, you know people in Chicago, right?
I do, unfortunately.
We need to get that building. You know why?
Why?
Con Shonery said it best. Make it a huge strip club. We'll call it Madame Twerks a Lot. Open it up.
We couldn't get enough hoes in there.
Listen, I'm telling you, bro, we would have so much money flowing out of there.
Man.
Well, if you made it a strip club, you can literally have daycare on one end, strip club on the other.
Brandon Johnson gonna turn it into a casino.
Uncle Tom, you thinking small. Think about it. We could open up a little hair shop in the back, so when they sweat the weave out from twerking, boom, they run back, come back fresh.
There you go.
Money for days.
Y'all niggas is stupid.
Who are the victims you're talking about? Well, I just meant who are the victims you're talking about. I just want to be specific.
The wicked. I'm gonna say the wicked ones. Put it that way.
The wicked ones.
Okay, so be a little bit more specific.
So wait a minute. Look, can I ask?
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not the biggest fan of Christopher. Yeah, but I'm just not the biggest fan.
Of who?
Christopher J.
Who's Christopher J?
He's underneath Project Absolute in Collins.
What is he saying? I haven't heard him speak.
You got to be more specific.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question? Just one question.
No, you can't ask a question because you're saying it a million times, bitch.
Throughout history, from the beginning of all humanity till right this minute, then white supremacy. Is there any bigger threat? Is there any bigger threat?
Well, yes, because white supremacy, as we see it now,
young Mr. Burns.
Bro, there are poor
wait a minute, y'all messed it up.
Way more evil symbols, and they will argue it adamantly. So what you're saying is dismissed, bro. Be complete standstill because history is anecdotal. Because history is written.
Who are the victors? Who are the victims you're talking about? Well, I just meant who are the victims you're talking about. I just want to be specific.
The wicked. I'm gonna say the wicked ones. Put it that way.
The wicked ones.
Okay.
Okay.
Be a little bit more specific. So
Wait a minute. Look, can I ask a question? Just one question. Do you think there's any bigger threat on planet Earth throughout history, from the beginning of all humanity up until right this minute, than white supremacy?
There's a white boogeyman under every can of grape soda and bag of flaming hot Cheetos.
Can I answer that?
Sure.
No, because if we're talking about military conquest, who is the only person that's undefeated in battle?
Arabs.
No, Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan never lost a battle, and he's not white. So what the fuck are we talking about? Biggest threat since the human history. The literal art of war that everybody quotes is not even written by a white person. So what the fuck is everybody talking about?
But he was poisoned.
Persians had an empire for like 2,000 years.
Yeah.
Yes. You had many other groups of people that were not white, white wasn't even a thing up until a few centuries ago. So
I told
what
you
the hell
his
is
ass
everybody?
is not smart, right? Because the consideration of white is a Western ideology.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Again, everyone else goes off ethnicity and nationality. Mostly,
and
just
it's
nationality.
actually an American ideology.
If
you want to get specific, yeah.
Because they actually now have adopted some of that shit in the UK and Europe. They have. And Canada. They have adopted that bullshit. But I digress. This nigga is stupid. I've been saying this though. I'm literally last night I was screaming at the TV until my wife told me to go to sleep.
All right, here I come.
Is there any bigger threat?
Nowadays,
Is there
as we see
any bigger threat?
Yes,
Niggas.
because white supremacy, as we see it nowadays, don't exist, bro. There are poor white
Niggas are the
people on
biggest
welfare,
threat
bro.
to
see,
the human.
this now we wasting time. Now we wasting time.
I'm just asking. Okay, that's your opinion though. That's an opinion.
That's not an opinion.
Hey, I would have never addressed that with an answer. I'd have told him, "Shut up, nigga," and I'd have moved on. He wouldn't have. I would have never ingratiated him with an answer.
God damn it! What does that word mean? Hold on. Ingratiated.
Look, how many syllables is that, and how many 20s does he?
How much is it worth? That's not even a $20 word.
Nah, that's not.
I said they use
I've
$20
never
per
heard of that
syllable.
word. I'm sorry. I've never used ingratiated. That's not my thing. But okay, whatever. I'm sorry.
The point that I'm making, the point that I'm making is that it's all bullshit and nonsense. And the fact that he even answered his question lets me know he's not paying attention.
Yeah, well, I told you he's a fucking idiot.
I'm talking about practical absolutes.
Oh, well, I'm talking about the Squidward.
I'm saying the fact that practical absolutes answered that lets me know he's not paying
Or
attention.
he likes to answer questions.
Yeah,
He likes to debate these niggas.
Yeah, he likes to do that. So,
but it ain't.
He doesn't have the grace that you have there, Black Beautified.
I mean, it's not even about grace. He has grace.
No. It's about grace.
It's about me.
Except
just
for when you do a show and you get in an argument with motherfuckers that you shouldn't be.
This is about me eviscerating them at every turn. That dude especially.
Plus, blacks, I will add this.
Expeditiously.
You also have children. So you understand
yes.
what you have time for and what you don't have time for. When you're arguing with somebody with the mind of a fucking child. As someone who works with children, that's why I don't have time for a lot of these stupid ass arguments. I say you sound like a bunch of kids. You know how I know? Because I work with kids, and it's the same goddamn shit that you're doing. They do that. I gotta quell and say, shut. Don't tell me this. Be quiet. I said, do this. Don't question me. Go do that.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
But I don't. I want to hear. I don't care who did what. Both of y'all in trouble. Go sit down somewhere before both of y'all catch this.
Well, you should just say, like I said, if you don't shut the fuck up, man.
Well, these ain't my kids. So.
But that's what Black said originally. Black said, I would have told him, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I would have told him, shut the fuck up.
That's what Black said
I
originally.
don't see any. Look, there's no asteroid. There's no dinosaurs. There's no Terminator. Well, we have to wait. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something else. Because according to like everyone around the world, or here in America, where we all live, right now the presidency is occupied by somebody who is white, and he has with him a nuclear football and the capability to destroy pretty much all life on planet Earth. So when I say white supremacy, one white man has the capability of pushing a button and on a whim.
And so does a Chinese man and a Russian man.
Wait.
And so does a Chinese man and a Russian.
I can't with this shit. See, this is just stupid shit.
Mayo. Did he just say that, Mayo?
Yes, he said that.
Yes, he said that.
Oh my god.
Yes, he said that.
Oh my god. See, this is a stupid. And then I gotta sit in class with these dumb motherfuckers. Oh my god.
Oh, okay. So if Joe Biden, if he croaks tomorrow, then a black female will be the most dangerous person on earth.
Shit. Man.
Because Kamala Harris will have the nuclear football.
And not to mention, you just had a half breed that was in office too.
Correct. Everybody forget about that one.
Like what the fuck?
Conveniently.
It's amazing.
Well, it's only the white half that's dangerous, though.
How do y'all miss this?
That's the only.
Do you see what I got to deal with on my Sunday evening?
Yo.
This was Sunday when I was watching.
Tom, did you go up there?
Fuck no! My wife told me she don't feel right with me not being up there, and we were watching it, but I was screaming the whole time. This motherfucker's a goddamn idiot.
Yo, my man said, what about white supremacy? Joe Biden is holding a nuclear weapon.
And you motherfuckers voted for him too, I might add. So
he did.
Of course he did.
This would be a time to say, and you motherfucking Joe Biden supporters. Yo,
come get your mans off this panel. Who mans is this?
These guys are the only reason white supremacy still exists as a concept.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was talking to what were we talking with yesterday? Black Thoughts, Angry Snowman. We're on his panel yesterday. I was like, these motherfuckers is the one that continue with this. There's only like fucking really like 130 that are on the books that are KKK members. I don't even think it's that many. When they have a rally, 3 to 5 people show up every fucking time. There's more counter protests than there is motherfucking there. The people give them motherfucking credence when they fucking go to these stupid shit. There's no one there.
And they only got 10 teeth between them.
Well, yeah. Well, did you hear what Judge Joe Brown said? Joe Biden is the last great Dixiecrat.
He is. That's a fact.
And that's a fact.
Oh my goodness. Over 20,000 people dead. Can't be wrong. They voted for Biden. That's a fact. That's a fact.
They have had this power to destroy all life on Earth by a man-made apocalypse for over 70 years now. Now, what you
I know this nigga in the corner is not really agreeing.
But what you fail to understand is that at any moment, right now, or tomorrow, or whenever
he may have not said nothing, but his action and the way he's shaking his head is like, man, he dick holder. He sound like
I know he was not in the corner agreeing.
He was nodding. He still was.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one that paid to get Creepy Kermit back up after he got booted off. That guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It was.
And then he sat there. He came right back up, and he said nothing. He just sat there agreeing. It was maybe that's the size bet.
Nah, we
And
don't
see,
like
and
you.
this is the point of the conversation. I said, okay, so knowing all that, what the fuck you gonna do about it? Because sitting up on the internet talking about the shit ain't doing a goddamn thing but perpetuating the bullshit. What you gonna do about it? You gonna buy guns, motherfucker?
I was literally enraged.
Look, I don't see for all you scary Negroes that's love to talk about white supremacy. I ain't near here with none of one of you Negroes hit me up for lessons on how to fight. I teach
What would they
martial.
know
I've been
about
teaching.
fighting?
I've been
great.
teaching martial arts for X amount of time. You know how many black people have asked me about private lessons or what my program? Like maybe 2. But all my
I can
Mexican
teach you
people
how to
love it.
build a tree house. You want a tree house?
Yeah, all
No,
my
I'm dead
Mexican.
ass. I can teach you how to build a tree house. I got you.
Kingdom Mind with the super chat says Bumpkin was unfairly excoriated by Bella. Yes or no? I would agree. It wasn't fair because one shouldn't want to be saved by any other person. One should be able to hold their own and come up there and talk about what they wanted. Especially you come up to talk about ask grown ass men why we let another person talk about a collective. We all talk about in collective. And I'm like, motherfuckers always say white bitches all the goddamn time on these panels. They say Latin bitch or Asian bitch or Mexican bitch. They all listen. Everybody gets talked about in these damn platforms, but who is the motherfucker who says only black females
Only
are the
black.
only ones that can't be talked about? Who's the arbiter of that?
Yeah.
And that's the problem. That's why I said no matter how you feel about Bunker, he can say whatever the fuck he want to because y'all ain't gonna jump through that screen and put a stop to it. And I'm not gonna do it for you. It's not my job. But that's a good question. And
They're
thanks for
gonna
the
call Mo on him.
Huh?
They're gonna call Mo on him.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
Mo, come save us.
But no, I think he was unfairly excoriated by Bella. I mean, I ain't got nothing against Bella. I just think her mentality saying that someone has to save the black woman is ridiculous because no one saves the black man. No one even cares about the black man. So that's a well-known fact. No one cares about a white, especially a cis white man. No one cares about that motherfucker right now at all. Yeah, I said cis white man. You right? Male. Male, the cis white man.
Here's the thing that pisses me off, though, right? I don't think people understand that the straight black man and the straight white man in America is disregarded on the same level. Like like
in today's time, yes.
Like I don't know why we keep trying to separate that. That's
that's
just
what
the
I'm saying.
American male being disregarded in general.
That's a fact. I don't disagree with you on that at all.
Do you disagree, Mayo?
Not at all. It's a war against masculinity. Period.
There it goes.
You know, because you don't hear him say toxic white masculinity.
Well, that would mean because if they said toxic white masculinity, they would have to factor in the female.
No, that would just be in regards to the male.
Well, okay.
Because masculinity is not
yeah.
attributed to females.
Right. Because keep in mind, because even when females act up, they don't call it femininity; they call it toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Even when they act up, it's still considered masculine.
Internalized misogyny.
Yep.
Yep. They still put it on the man. Yep.
And I mean, it is what it is. These motherfuckers are disingenuous all the time. I'm not gonna say no one from a general statement. Fuck you, ain't a general statement. It is what it is. Move on, grow a pair, and let your fucking hair down and sit down and shut up for a second. I'm not saving you because you don't want to be saved. That's a good song.
Hell, they feel like it, or if their coffee
Ooh, you
tastes
hear that
bad,
zesty
they have
twist right
every
there?
right
It is zesty.
to turn a key. And like for every
He lets his white girlfriend peg him in the ass.
Wait. You made an assertion that the president has the ability to press a button.
You don't even.
right.
So
He doesn't have all the keys.
Nope, stop.
Okay, bro.
Wasn't Obama in office and had that ability to press that button?
Right, correct. I would say so.
It's not just a white person that had the ability to do that.
Thank you.
No. I'm not saying that it's just a white person, but like
exactly
Obama's
what
8
bitch.
years. He's not.
Oh my god.
Kind of irrelevant to the point. He's one president.
I want to punch him in his fucking throat. One of those good ones. It can't breathe for about 20 minutes.
What is he like? Pro-black? He one of those pro-black guys?
Yes.
Pro-black liberals.
I knew I smelled it. Okay, go ahead.
No,
I knew I smelled it.
It's fucking annoying, bro.
It's pro-idiot.
And they always got them type of backgrounds too, but go ahead.
with a white man in the back.
It's always them type of back, some black and white like pictures. Is go ahead, yeah.
Joe Biden's there for 2
He's a
years.
pro-Marxist.
Look at Obama, only serve 8.
He
Come
is
on, man.
I think so too.
He's a pro-Marxist because he thinks the Marxist is going to give him, when they get in power, he's going to give him that power that he craves.
Well, here's the funny thing about that. Okay, if your issue with capitalism that is created by a white person, so is Marxism. So what the fuck are we talking about? You gonna exchange one system created by a white person for another system created by a white
He's
person?
a Marxist.
How the
I
fuck
know
does
he's
that
Marxist.
work?
He never said it, so I couldn't confirm it. But Red Girl
Oh,
said
I got you. I got you. He feel like one. Okay.
into it too. He's a fucking annoying. I didn't make it that far. I had to go to sleep. But you know, I have a day job, unlike other people. You know, like Black Thought.
Yo, Ruckus, you right.
Ruckus, you know you can come up. There's not a ban against white people up here. You know, males up here. Here's my super chat. Get Zesty Dragon scared of the white boogeyman out. I had to kick him. Fuck that.
Hey, yo, Mayo's not white.
Yeah, Male is just a very articulate Negro. Yeah, Male, you speak very well for a black person. You do. You
No, I was gonna say
very
CIA.
articulate.
That's our CIA.
I hope that's not offensive or triggering.
No, sir, not at all.
Words.
Yo, here's the thing about that cuck that was just up here, right?
Mhm.
He actually believes that he's inferior to a white man.
Oh yes, that's for 100% sure.
That's the weird part.
Absolutely.
Like
this motherfucker.
He is speaking that way.
And I don't get where people get these concepts where somebody is supposed to come and save them, or they have to be afraid of somebody else.
Yeah.
Somebody that they've never met.
Liberal lunatics, brother.
Hold on.
Wow.
Uncle Tom, you missed another opportunity.
There's a white boogeyman under every can of grape soda.
Now just turn and shut off. You missed it.
in this specific scenario.
Go ahead, play the video.
They brought your boy
There is
back.
one, and any realism when you apply that to history, bro, you won't be able to actualize the idealism you're talking about. I agree with you saying ideally, bro. I do. But literally, bro, there's an infinite amount of perspectives that can be played on every single thing, and they will effectively all contradict each other at some point in the oration.
Yeah, here's what I'll just speak to this real quick. Every like culture that has their roots, right? Whether they come from China or any immigrant from India or Spain, they hang on to their traditions and their cultures, and they bring that wherever they go. It doesn't matter what country they occupy. They still have, like, to their core, they're still upbringing, right, and culture that they share wherever they're at. An Italian person who grew up in Italy or Sicily can open up an Italian restaurant anywhere that person goes. We don't have that because our roots were severed when we were came here. We didn't volunteer. We were kidnapped. All that.
You a lying nigga. Sir, ma'am.
You were sold. You were sold.
Sir,
And he is correct in a way.
No, he wasn't.
Because you can't sell giraffe hoof soup in the United States.
Well, hold on. Did he just say he can't open a business anywhere in the world because of slavery?
Yeah.
That's exactly what he said.
He can't have a dashiki store because of slavery.
I thought it was because you don't have enough money to open the business, and or you just chose not to do the business. That's really the reason?
Sir, that's internalized white supremacy and misogyny.
And wait a minute, hold up.
Gracious.
Okay.
Smitty, you a chef, right?
Yeah, I'm a chef.
You just fucking insulted you. You just said that only Italian people can cook Italian food. That only Italian people can open an Italian restaurant and cook Italian food. Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's so wait a minute. Then why is it that the world makes tacos? I thought that was Spanish. I mean, I don't get it. Then why is it that so many Asian people actually run soul food restaurants?
Ooh, we ain't gonna talk about that.
Here's the
I mean, I'm just saying, I'm lost. I mean, what is he saying right now?
I seen a whole Mexican joint, a whole
Smitty, you can't use logic.
Asian food.
No. But
No, hold on,
I was just
Smitty.
about to go down there. If you come to New York, you see Hispanics in
Hey, bird
all
lady.
restaurants. All restaurants. They do
That's a
Italian
fact.
food. They
Pizza
do
joints,
everything.
everything.
Yeah. And even Italians that come over here, if they want to be commercially successful, have to alter their menu because
Correct.
Italian food in Italy is not American Italian food.
Nope.
Yeah. Same thing with Asian. They don't put a lot of that stuff that they know that all them sauces and stuff. Same thing with Asian. Yep.
Making it more flavorful over here versus over there.
Exactly. More sweet and everything else. Exactly. Because they know
Yeah.
we couldn't take the way
They
it really
ladle
tastes.
in the sugar.
Yep. Everything has to be sweet for niggas. Yep.
Yo, it's the same thing with
I
Middle Eastern
love
food.
sweet. I love sweet food. So I ain't gonna
Like, if you come back here,
Right.
it's nothing like the crap they pass off as Middle Eastern here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No, not at all.
I'll bring you some I'll bring you some jello with the little fruit bits in it, Uncle Tom. I got you.
I don't like Jello with fruit bits in it. That shit
Yeah,
is
that's
nasty.
my favorite kind of Jello. What you talking about?
That is
bro?
the best kind, bro.
That's
You
the best
tripping.
kind of damn Jello.
Nah, man, I don't like.
Hey,
Listen,
did you guys hear about that? Did you guys hear about that black teenager who came up on the dude's porch in Missouri, and rang the doorbell, and they're just saying he opened fire on him?
Yeah. They actually just charged him tonight with murder.
Yeah.
And isn't he like 80? Isn't
Yeah,
the
he's an
guy
old
like
man.
80?
He's an old man.
Yeah, he's 84.
And he
What the hell?
and he opened the
I
door.
mean, that's nothing. I saw 100-year-old woman get her degree. I don't know what the hell for.
They said that he double tapped him. So first he shot him in the head, and then stood over him and shot him again.
Wait, the old man or the degenerate?
The old man.
Oh, man.
So the boy went to the wrong door and rang the doorbell because he was looking for his sister so that he could pick her up, is the story. And then when he opened the door, he just shot him and then walked over his body and shot him again. But he didn't die. He's still alive in the
Is this outside? Is this outside or inside? Did the kid make
Outside.
it inside the? So he's completely 2 feet outside the door.
I see. I don't even know. I'm saying I have no idea. I'm trying to figure out this.
Right now the details aren't. They're not letting a lot of details out.
Right.
But here's
And
the thing.
the
Here's the
DA
thing.
says now that there's a racial component,
Yes.
Well, here's the thing.
which I would expect for Kansas City's DA to say.
It is a racial component, no matter how you look at it or not. It doesn't matter. Anytime within you can walk the door is a public, pretty much public property in certain aspects. Because you got to be able to force one to come up to your door and knock on it, ring the doorbell. Am I right, Ruckus?
No.
I didn't catch what you said. I got the
What I
gist
said
of
is,
it, but
yeah, no, it is. They got to be able to, like, it's kind of public property, but not considered public property. They can come up to your door and knock on your door and knock on one, and not considered being trespassing.
correct.
What if
Correct,
you
that's not
think it's being
trespassing.
kicked and not knocked on?
Even if it's being kicked.
Yeah, you don't have the right to shoot him. That's for sure. I know that.
Oh, the news said he entered the house. Then the guy's got a good shoot on his hands if he entered the house.
Yeah, so hold on. You're telling me the kid went up to the wrong door, said bing bong. The old man just said click, click, come in.
Yeah,
I'm telling you that story does not sound right. That does not sound
I'm
right.
just saying what I know about the porch laws, or that I know that they can walk. You got to allow the public to be able to come up to your door and ring your door, because that doesn't mean you can shoot any mailman that comes up and put mail on your damn door.
Right.
That is a good point.
The people you really want to shoot, they can.
Well,
there has to be more information to this.
According to
There's
what according to what I'm reading from CNN, it says that there's no evidence that says the kid entered the house. Only that Lester opened the door.
Now the victim was black.
If you're
and the
reading it
shooter
from
was white.
CNN,
Well,
Yes.
this is the first article I just jumped on. So
Dude, you can't fuck with that.
Acadia said the news said he entered the house.
no, it says there's no evidence that he did enter the house.
No, I'm saying Acadia saying
It said the news said he entered it. So we're getting like everything in the beginning. You always going to get contradicting evidence. Like we didn't know if the shooter was a boy or he, she, or they, or them, or thy. Now it's something different. So you're going to hear two different things. He said Act
Oh,
covered that. Okay. Listen, Act Nation. Hey, drop his channel in how will we get that?
I'll
Guess what
drop
you're
it. I'll drop it. I
Yeah,
got it right here.
I used to watch Dog Nation.
Guess what
Yeah.
you're gonna hear.
Sunman, the Glacier Gliders.
You're gonna hear everything but the truth. That's what you're
hey,
gonna
I forgot to throw in there too. The score 75-64, Sacramento.
But
What'd you say?
you don't have any
Y'all
reasonable
can thank me later.
expectation of privacy outside your actual home, your domain. So yeah, people can come up and knock on your door, and you can't just shoot them.
It's kind of considered quasi.
Oh, it was 10 p.m. Thursday night.
Now,
So was
is there
that
a
night?
doorbell or anything?
It was at night.
Security cameras.
It was at night is when it happened.
Well,
Hold on. And what? Oh, he was
There's a
stranded.
sign on the there's a sign on the property that says protected by security cameras, and there's a no solicitor sign right by the door.
That's not a shootable.
I know.
plaza.
But I would like to see if there's actually security footage of it too,
Right.
to see what happened.
Well, you know, Ruckus, if your white ass came up to my door, I might have to shoot you too.
Whoa, that's some prejudice shit right there. That's fucked up, man. I was gonna come see your ass too. That's all right. It ain't gonna be blacks who identify. It's gonna be blacks who shoot a guy.
Look, Ruckus. You need to call. You need to say, "Hey, yo, I'm outside. Come open
Yeah,
the door."
that's what dude, I'm gonna
ring the
bring out
doorbell.
LA
Hell
with me.
no.
Let LA
He's gonna go bring
go
LA,
first.
so I can't shoot you.
You should make that your name for the rest of the week, Black.
No, we've been doing this. We've been using Sandra's terrible version of my name all week. Black
I
who
like that one,
identify.
Ruckus. I like that one.
Yeah,
Blacks who identify.
Well, what he is blacks who multiply.
You're right about that.
That's a fact.
But he comes straight up. I never had a bad word with blacks. He comes straight. Look, your white ass come to my door. I'm gonna shoot your ass.
You can respect that aspect of it, right?
At least now I know where I stand. Right now I know where I stand. It's a black-white thing up in here. Yeah.
So I just wanted to give some clarity to this jigaboo that I've seen. I wanted y'all to get a little taste of the jigaboo. Pause. I want y'all to get a nope. I want y'all to see the motherfucker.
Man, I haven't seen Mia Copa in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't seen me a couple long time either. But it's almost 12 o'clock, and y'all know we got to get the fuck up out of here. We got to work in the morning.
That's true.
Man, this was a good show. I wanted to break down some more, but I just can't stand this motherfucker's face anymore. I do not like Squidward. That's why I stopped watching goddamn SpongeBob. I hate Squidward. Other than that, man, I ain't got nothing more left. Anyone else got anything to say?
Hey man, they really keeping the code, the brotherhood code over here in his neighborhood. The news reporters keep coming up to him, keep coming up to the older people in the neighborhood, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing, man. That's where I want to live."
Well, that tells you something, right?
Yeah, tells you that you can do some dirt over there, and they'll keep their mouths shut.
How's it any different? How's it any different from modern day Chicago?
Because those niggas will snitch on you for a box of Tic Tacs.
All right, Ruckus, you have a good night, brother.
Because we don't know who shot all the innocent children. We still waiting on the evidence.
No, that's just the DA sequestering evidence and not allowing niggers to go to jail.
Maybe.
They know who did it, and they
maybe
won't.
It's the no snitching code.
Yeah, you know those niggas will say they don't believe in snitching, but all of them, every single one, snitch on everybody about everything.
Yeah, I've seen the first 48 enough to realize that in that police room,
Bring them a box of Popeye chicken, or some Kentucky Fried, and bring them a ice cold Coke, They'll be all over.
Grape
They'll
soda and
open-
hot Cheetos, man. Grape soda and hot Cheetos. Get them every time.
There you go.
Breast and a chicken wing. Give me a breast and a chicken wing with a Sprite, homie. Ice
Yo,
cold
we
Sprite.
gotta
I'm
have
telling
big
on
little
everybody.
big Nate over here, baby. I'm gonna email him. I'm gonna
Man,
email
you
him.
gotta get little
Hey,
big Nate over here.
Because I mean we've conversed a little bit on some of these shows and shit and throughout the chat and shit. So we see if we can get him over here one time.
Now you to leave us, you have to play that little big Nate.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna play it
There's
anyway.
a white boogeyman under every can of grape soda and bag of flaming hot Cheetos.
You niggas make me sick. Well, anyway, good night, y'all.
All right, bro.
Go take care of the wifey and the children.
I will. I will.
We got to get off before Black Thought starts snoring again, like you did on Angry Snowman shit. Oh
Yo,
my God. This nigga was snoring his ass off.
Yo, I figured I fell asleep. I said, yo, I think I fell asleep on it.
Man,
Yeah,
your ass
listen,
was
it was
passed
over.
the fuck out. I mean,
Yo, I had a
snoring
good
like a
sleep last
motherfucker.
night too.
I know you
I
came
got
up, got up angry. You got up angry, nigga.
No, I didn't get up. I was in a good mood today.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Well, first of all, yo, I love how y'all come in the morning hot, and then as soon as y'all get me riled up, bro, why you so angry? Y'all coming in hot 7 in the morning. Like
I don't never come in hot. I just drop videos. That's all I do. It's up to y'all. You get angry over watching the video.
Listen, you was hot this morning, and then Black Suit the Fire started coming in hot. Listen, it was the
Yeah, it
top.
wasn't pretty. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I worked my ass off today. I mean, I went to like 7 fucking meetings. You know how hard it is to keep yourself awake in 7 meetings that you have to actually participate in, and you got to be in person. Oh my God, that shit.
It's torture.
And especially 7 of them.
Yeah,
And I had one before I left too. That was even worse.
I only go to 1 a week, and I barely show up.
It's hard to stay awake. Your back be killing you.
Especially when you don't give a fuck.
Yeah, yo, that's the thing right there.
Shit, man. And no chaser. I don't know if you're still here. Make sure you get with the white lady. Okay, cool. We up out of here, man. Make sure you tune in tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. with LA Wilkes. It's just his 2 cents. That's his morning show. LA Wilkes and Kai at 12. And what is that? Let's chat on Kai's Custom Design. So go to their respected channels. Please you don't got to worry about coming to port session. This is where we just collaborate all together, talk our shit, you know. No, I'm talking about during the day. As I said, this is where we collaborate, talk our shit, like on Wednesdays. Wednesdays is gonna become our intellectual day only.
No, Thursday.
I'm sorry, Thursday. Sorry, shit. Not Wednesday is conspiracy. Thursday, we're gonna actually have a timeline. We don't want no fuckery there because Black Thoughts doesn't like the fuckery. You know what I'm saying?
He's on Fight Club.
He likes it. We need an intellectual night where we all discuss things intellectually without all the BS. And I can agree. That's how we start. That's how we literally formed. And I want to make sure we keep that day that way. Other than that, the Wednesdays is, fuckery. Tuesdays is LA, his night. I don't know what he's going to do. What it say? What's the big primate looking thing behind?
The golden gorilla is DBZ. Dragon Ball Z.
A grown man looking
Grade
at
8.
Dragon Ball Z. Y'all ain't shit.
What you got against Dragon Ball Z, Tom?
Not a goddamn thing. I just,
Yeah, I don't do Dragon Ball.
I'm more of a Yu-Gi-Oh, but that's
no, I don't do any of that. All them new cartoons, I can't do it.
It's not
Dragon
new.
Ball's pretty old.
Bring me some Thundercats, all right?
It's been around since the 80s, man. Goku
Has it?
Been around since
Yeah.
the 80s?
It's been around.
Goku, Dragon Ball.
Dragon
When
Ball.
Goku was a kid,
Correct.
he was kicking
You know
everybody's
what?
ass.
You know what? You're right. I remember Dragon Ball.
I don't remember none of that shit. I was in Germany, so I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. I remember Dragon Ball.
Yeah. But all right, man. Let's get Resident Beasley. Y'all got anything?
Nah, it's been a great night. Great topic today.
Hey, y'all got WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh, this nigga Beasley don't never have shit. All right.
Well, Beasley.
Yeah.
Apparently, he wants you to download WhatsApp. So download WhatsApp.
Download
I
WhatsApp.
got another damn application.
It's a green app. You'll see. It'll have a messaging bubble in a green app.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
right.
see, you got it because that's what you be texting them chicks off of, acting like
You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Oh man. Okay, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Good night,
Ooh,
everyone.
up
Thanks
outta
for
here.
All right, peace.
All right.
For sure.